Hi, I'm Andrew Rich, and if you're like me, you look at the state of modern wrestling discourse and think, wow, what a cesspool. That's why I'm here to tell you about Music of the Mat Remix. That's right, your favorite wrestling music podcast is back with a new format, where I bring on a guest and we play songs related to wrestling-themed topics. It could be a wrestling reference, a wrestling concept, a wrestling pun, things of that nature. Now you might be saying, Andrew, that is a very, very tenuous connection to pro wrestling on a wrestling podcast network. Is this just an excuse to hang out with your friends and talk about music and ignore the rest of the wrestling landscape? Yes. Yes, it is. So listen to Music of the Mat Remix on the Voices of Wrestling Podcast Network, available on Apple, Spotify, or your podcast player of choice.
Most people don't realize how much their personal information is being bought and sold every day. Data brokers are making billions, pulling details about you from public records and the internet, and then packaging and selling it, usually without your consent. That's how your information lands in the hands of scammers, spammers, even stalkers. It's why you get endless robocalls and why ads seem to follow you everywhere. That's where Aura comes in. Aura actively removes your data from broker sites and keeps it off. They also instantly alert you if your information shows up in a breach or on the dark web. But Aura goes beyond data protection. With one app, you get a VPN, antivirus, password manager, spam call protection, dark web monitoring, and even up to $5 million in identity theft insurance, all backed by 24/7 US-based fraud support. Other companies might sell just credit monitoring or just a VPN. Aura gives you all of it, together, at the same price competitors charge for just one service. Start your free trial today at aura.com/remove. Protect yourself now at aura.com/remove.
This podcast is a member of the Voices of Wrestling Podcasting Network. Visit voicesofwrestling.com to hear the rest of our great podcasts, as well as show reviews, columns, opinions, and updates across the world of wrestling.
You are listening to the Flagship Podcast with your hosts, Joe Lanza.
You've told me like 4 times. I can hear you breathing. Stop breathing.
I don't think I said stop breathing. To be honest, I did not say stop breathing.
Rich asked me to stop breathing.
I wouldn't be the first person in the wrestling world to tell you to stop breathing.
And after this show, you won't be the last.
And Rich Crage.
So are you ready for Roadblock End of the Line?
Roadblock End of the Line.
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 Roadblock End of the Line. Roadblock End of the Line. Roadblock End of the Line. Roadblock End of the Line.
Roadblock End of the Line. Roadblock End of the Line. Roadblock End of the Line. Roadblock End of the Line. Roadblock End of the Line. Roadblock End of the Line. Roadblock End of the Line. Roadblock End of the Line. Roadblock End of the Line.
Roadblock End of the Line. Roadblock End of the Line seems to have some buzz. There's a lot of buzz for Roadblock End of the Line.
It really does.
And we are live on the Flagship Podcast. I am Rich. He is Joe. Joe, how are you? How was Cincinnati? Welcome back.
I remember that show when you asked me to stop breathing. That reminded me of that show.
I told you to stop breathing, yeah.
But what was interesting, it sounds like I'm in a canyon on that show. What the hell was going on with that mic? What era of Joe Lanza mic was that?
That had to be...
That is some bad audio.
I think that was in between... Yeah, that is some horrific audio. I don't sound very good either, to be honest. So I don't know what the hell we were doing there. That is probably... I was probably still in my apartment because it sounds very cavernous. Or that may have been up in the... we stayed at my in-laws for 6 months in between the apartment and the house. That kind of sounds like it might be that. It was some weird sort of additional add-on on top of their garage that was like 1,000 degrees or whatever. It was probably that because the internet quality sounds horrible. I sound awful. God only knows what microphone you were using. Yeah, it was.
Sounds like I'm recording through the laptop microphone or something.
Very possible. You were, and that may have been what happened. Yeah, that's maybe why I was hearing all your breathing. I don't know. Yeah, it's
I was about to say I was going to name a podcast that I know used to do that, a very obscure one that no one listening would even know about, but you would, and you would have popped hard. But I stopped myself because I don't want to start any trouble.
Now I'm going to be guessing all night, so feel free to text me that if you want, so I don't have to think about it. all the time. But yeah, nothing annoyed me more. I mean, it's you're kind of lost these days. Like, it doesn't really happen at all anymore. I think everybody has upgraded to like decent mics, but there used to be a time where you'd like listen to a podcast and it'd be like, some guy would be like, all right, we have a blah, blah, blah on the line. And then it's like, oh, you're using your fucking laptop. I'm like, come on, man. If you're going to be on this show.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. This is like an ESPN podcast. Like, we can't have you showing up with your freaking laptop, your Mac book microphone. Like, come on, man. Get a freaking headset.
Yeah. I listen, I have always taken great care to provide the best audio quality possible.
But we turned you into an audiophile. It took like 10 years, but you became an obsessive audiophile, and now here you are. You finally, after a year and a half of having this microphone, you finally optimized it, and you're ready to go.
Well, quite frankly, I was just tired of being picked on all of those years. So yes,
bullying works. Yeah, bullying works.
Bullying does, in fact, work. Bully Ray cannot make an appearance this early in the podcast.
You
can't bring up the word bully. No. It's too early for Bully Ray to show up. He's always on call. You never know when he'll pop up on the podcast. But yes, are you interested in a card break?
I am. Yes.
That segment was a huge hit a few weeks ago when we did that. I was surprised. I thought that people wouldn't like that. I'm going to give you 3 choices. I have 3 fresh packs of unopened cards here. You ready for your choices?
Yes.
The one that I think will appeal to you the most, I have a pack of 93-94 Upper Deck NBA basketball.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
Okay, so got that
93-94 Upper Deck. That's quality. That's a quality pack, too.
Upper Deck NBA basketball. I have 1990 Score NFL football.
Okay.
1990 Score NFL football. So you're talking like Tecmo Super Bowl era NFL there. And here's the wild card of your choices. Are you ready for this one? I have, you hear it?
I hear it. Sounds great.
Pro Set Superstars music cards.
Oh, man.
This is with 10 hot photo cards.
Oh, we got to go with the hot photo cards.
With facts and photos of your favorite rock, rap, and pop superstars is what it says.
Do we have a year?
Here.
Do we have a year for this one?
There is no year listed anywhere on the pack. I would assume it's sometime from the early 90s, like most of these other that's a safe bet. Cards.
Yeah, are we talking? Are we New Kids on the Block, or are we NKOTB era? Like, what do you think we're at here?
No one will listen. We'll find out together if you choose this pack.
That's the one. I think that's the one. I was gonna suggest the baseball one because we're in the All-Star break. We just had the MLB All-Star game. What a snoozer that fucking thing was.
I have no baseball.
Yeah, if you got no baseball, then I think the next best is the.
These are the 3.
Is
music?
Let's the hot. What was it? What did it advertise? Hot photos.
10 hot photo cards.
Yeah, we got to go with that one
of your favorite rock, rap, and pop superstars. The packaging here is purple cheetah print on the outside.
Purple cheetah. Okay. Yeah, that's the one for sure.
So gotta be. All right. So let's open it. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Sounds like a great pack. Some quality.
I'm gonna rip this. We're gonna rip this. We're gonna break this pack.
That sound can't be matched.
Opened a lot easier than I thought. All right, here we go. All Gem Mint 10. So let's cross our fingers on on some hot bands here. Let's see. I have no idea what we're getting into, by the way. All right. Oh, God. Card number 1. What decade is this? It's a Legends card. We got a Legends card right off the bat.
Frankie Valli right out of the case. Yeah.
I wish. That'd be getting graded and framed, sir. Led Zeppelin Legends card.
Yeah. I got no time for Led Zeppelin.
On the back, it has statistics. We got stats on the back.
All right. Like how'd they do in 1973? Pretty good.
It's a listing of their albums. Despite the huge success of Led Zeppelin, only 5 singles made the Billboard Top 40. They have 5 top 40 hits.
Look at that.
There you go. So I always ask, right?
Yeah, what was their top 40s? And if I did Led Zeppelin, it'd be like a real quick segment. I'd be like, I don't know, this, and this, and that's it. Yeah, you're like, not that much.
The albums remain immensely popular, it says, and it lists the albums. All right, so let's move on from that.
More of an album band, but that's fine. They can hit the bricks.
Oh, wow. The next card in the pack, here's a regular card. Al B. Shore is the next card in the pack.
Sure, yeah.
Al B. Shore, spelled with the exclamation point at the end. Al B. Shore.
I love Al B. Sure, yeah. I think it was. I think it was always with that exclamation point. I think that was the.
Yeah, says it on the back too. Card number 107, Al B. Shore. He's pictured like in the shadows, like it's a very. He's trying to be sexy. It looks like Al B. Shore.
Yeah, he was a very sexy guy. Yeah, New Jack Swing, peak New Jack Swing era.
Back of his card's very boring, just a basic bio. Grew up in Boston, blah, blah. Nobody cares. All right. All right, you're going to have to help me here. I have no idea who these people are. This is a group called Perfect Gentlemen.
Perfect Gentlemen. So they appear to be a hip-hop group or a R&B?
It is you know what it is? It's a, based on the back of the card, it looks like one of those R&B groups made up of children.
Oh, there was a lot of those at that time. Yeah.
Yeah, it says, one day in 1989, hit-making producer Maurice Starr had been wanting to put his son, Maurice Jr., in a singing group.
Yeah, but he's a New Kids on the Block New Edition guy, was that Maurice Starr. So he put his son in there. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
It says he spotted neighbor Corey Blakely riding a bike. He's struck by the boy's adorable look.
Oh, boy.
Where's this going?
Yikes.
Oh, hey now. Woo. Maurice Sr. introduced him to his son and then to Tyrone Sutton, already a veteran of several. How much of a veteran could he have been? They're 12 years old.
Tyrone Sutton.
I swear to you, a veteran of several Boston groups. The popular trio Perfect Gentlemen thus began. They definitely don't have a top 40 hit. I can promise
Perfect
you that.
Gentleman? Yeah, I don't know. Gentleman. All right, let's hear. Let me go to the purple. Perfect Gentleman. Oh, they do. Ooh La La, I Can't Get Over You, 1990. Peaked at number 10 on the Billboard Hot 100.
Really?
That's all they got, though.
I stand corrected. Perfect Gentleman.
Everybody. Yeah, there was a groundswell of that. Like the kids. What was the other? There was another one, like a kids R&B group. It's very weird.
Doing R&B.
Speaking of, like, and they would do normal music. They'd be like, "I love you." You know, it's like really creepy. Like how much they're talking about love, and you're like, "You're 11, bro. You don't know anything about love."
They're singing, and it was border. They'd be talking about like kind of things they shouldn't have been talking about in the songs. You know, like borderline sexual stuff. All right, next up, we got to get some stars here because I am not happy with these polls so far. Perfect Gentleman, no doubt, is a common in the world of rock star cards.
They're not.
Right?
Yeah, they one top 40 hit, and even then.
What do you think of card 315, Bobby Brown? What do you think of that?
Yikes!
Now we got the star power. Oh wait, he's canceled.
I mean, no more canceled than he was throughout the 90s. Just a little punchy, little too punchy.
All right, is he canceled, or is he like
no? Or is his music's good? No. He's in the Michael Jackson category where if your music's really good, maybe not quite as bad as the Michael Jackson category.
So is he canceled, or is he Blue Sky canceled?
Probably Blue Sky canceled, but also he's one of those guys that accumulated all of his cancelable things in the 90s when nobody really cared that much.
Are normal people considering him canceled?
Are normal people considering
not extremely online people, just like a normal person? Would they think he's canceled?
He's seen as a pretty rough guy, given the whole Whitney Houston
what did
stuff.
He do?
Very punchy, a lot of times.
Oh, like literally punchy.
Oh yeah. Constantly.
Oh, like Ike Turner punchy.
Yes.
Okay.
And then the drug abuse, and Whitney Houston dying, and there's a bunch of
She drowned in a tub.
Well,
what the hell do you have to do with that?
What do you think she drowned in a tub from?
Oh, okay.
She didn't just slip and fall. Right. No, I don't think.
Well, I don't think he held her down by
I don't think he held her down. I just think, together, they were a bad couple together. They were very bad together. But yeah,
as is often the way in the world of entertainment.
Yes. But he was very punchy for a while, even before he met Whitney. So,
literally punchy.
Yes. So, Ash Jenkum puts it out perfectly. He's not canceled, but he's considered a horrible person.
Okay. All right. Well,
but the hits are the hits. I mean, the hits are you can't deny the hits.
If my prerogative comes on, I'm turning it up.
Right.
I don't know what to tell you. All right. Let's move on. We have we have another common card, I would say, in the world. I have no idea who these people are. I also know that they could no longer use this name if they were formed a band today. How about a little lynch mob?
Oh, the lynch mob
is the next card. Card number 205. This is a hairband by the name of Lynch Mob, which again,
probably not getting
probably not a good idea to use this.
No.
Let's see. After leading The Boys, a Southern California band, George Lynch and Mick Brown joined singer oh, look at this. They joined singer Don Dokken in 1981 to form Dokken.
Oh, there we go.
Wrestling
Saito.
connection.
Yeah, Saito Brothers connection
We got
here.
Saito Brothers. We got NWA Power, right? We got Dokken all over the place in the world of wrestling. So Lynch Mob is made up of former members of Dokken. And unlike, who were these children? Perfect Gentleman. There ain't no way Lynch Mob has a top 40 hit. There's not a chance in hell.
All right,
so
let's see.
You can pull that one up. There's
oh my God, there's so many former members. They have, you know, when you go to like a band, it's like current and former. So the current members is George Lynch, Andrew Freeman, Brian Tishy, and Jason Gelino or whatever. Former members, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30 former members.
Hold on. I'm not fascinated by that. Did you say current members? That's what I'm fascinated by.
That there's current guys are still.
This is an active band.
They seem like the type of band that's probably playing at like a county fair or something like that, or your state fair. Top 40 hits. Nothing on the U.S. charts on their own. It does not look like, no.
Okay.
River of Love. River of Love, Wicked Sensation, Dream Until Tomorrow, and Tangled in the Web. All. Oh, those are mainstream rock top 40. So just rock top 40s.
It's not a real top 40.
Yeah, no, those don't count.
I don't want some hokey top 40 in some
Topeka, Kansas.
Yeah. No, or like some highly specific genre. That doesn't count. Like I don't care about that. I'm talking top 40.
Straight top 40. Billboard Hot 100
the chart.
top 40. Yeah.
There ain't no way.
No.
Lynch Mob. All right.
No.
So first of all, 4 white guys cannot call themselves the Lynch Mob.
Probably
anymore.
even if like George Lynch is the lead guy, that's fine.
Right.
But you still can't call yourself, especially when it used to be in The Boys. You can't go from The Boys to the Lynch Mob.
Lynch Mob. I have to say, even though the guy's name is George Lynch, do you still think he cannot call his band the Lynch Mob?
He cannot do that. No.
So Rich has ruled on that, and we move on.
I'm currently trying to see if I can see the Lynch Mob in person at any point. Actually, if you told me like I have tickets to the Lynch Mob, I would think this is a cool ass like 90s hip hop group, right?
No.
And then it's not. It's just this terrible hair metal. Yeah. They will be at the showroom at the Golden Nugget, July 31st. So if you want to go there, you can see them there.
Golden Nugget, okay.
Golden Nugget, yeah.
Speaking of concerts, the next card in the pack is a historic concert card. This is, let's see. The Byrds at Fillmore West, San Francisco, January 2nd through 4th, 1970 is the card with the concert poster. Opening act Fleetwood Mac, who I just talked about on Flagship Plus today. That's crazy. Plus, yeah. All right, so that's a classic concert.
Yeah, great, cool.
I'm sure we're all very familiar with. They played for 3 days at this Fillmore West.
3 straight days?
Man, it's one hell of a set.
Good for the Birds, yeah.
Oh, more legends. We got a legend card. Oh, now this is some bullshit. I'd be very angry if I cared about this pack of cards. A legend card, Jimmy Page. That's double Led Zeppelin.
Yeah,
what are we doing here?
Yeah, I don't want one Led Zeppelin, let alone 2. Get out of here.
Now we're getting like the guitarist from Led Zeppelin. I just got a Led Zeppelin card, and in the same pack, you're giving me another Led Zeppelin. You're giving me Jimmy Page? I don't know how I feel about that. I do know how I feel about that.
I guess if you're a Led Zeppelin fan, you would feel very happy about that, but I got no time for that.
Would you though? Because don't you want more variety when you open a pack of cards, right?
Yeah, I think given the other cards you've mentioned so far, I think I'd be pretty happy getting
with Jimmy Page.
Jimmy Page is pretty.
Right.
The Perfect Gentleman would probably get thrown in the trash, but I'd probably keep the Jimmy Page card. So
we got 3 more. Next up, Paula Abdul.
Oh yeah,
Paula Abdul.
All right,
she's striking a pose. She's got like her arm behind her head. She's trying to look,
yeah,
not too sexy, but
approachable. Sexy but approachable.
Correct. Yeah, definitely.
I like Paula Abdul. Yeah, she's good.
Paula Abdul, back of the card number 281. Yeah, it's another bio. No mention of DJ Scat Cat. I don't see who always has to come up when I discuss Paula Abdul. All right, 2 more. Next card. Starship is the next card. Starship.
Like of Jefferson's Starship, or?
Well, yeah. Well, first they were Jefferson Airplane.
Right.
Then they were Jefferson Starship. And then they were just Starship.
Yeah.
See, they would change members, but they wouldn't feel right about keeping the same name.
Right. So unlike the Lynch Mob, when they change members, they're like, we got to change the name.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows what the Lynch Mob would have came up with a name change? Probably something even worse. So Starship here is, of course, one of the worst songs of all time. We Built This City, which is mentioned on the card here. Lots of number 1 hits for Starship, according to this card, at least. So, all right, that's Starship. Last card in the pack.
All right.
Is it going to be a winner? I have no earthly idea who these people are.
Damn it.
Card number 198. Kix. K-I-X.
K-I-X.
A very much one of those androgynous hair bands again.
Yeah, the worst genre of music, by the way.
The hard rock quintet Kix was formed in Hagerstown, Maryland in 1981. Though thinking of themselves primarily as a live act, they have released 5 albums. And then it just lists the albums.
Oh, we primarily think of ourselves as a live act. That means you're bad. Yeah. That means your albums stink. Oh, your albums are bad. Yeah, but we primarily see ourselves as a live band. Go away.
Yeah, nobody buys their shit.
Right, nobody buys your albums and they stink. We prefer the live, events than
We're
Kix.
a live band, and to be honest, we only play intimate venues. So that's it. That's
small venues are more our vibe. Oh, okay.
Right, exactly.
Kix.
So that seemed like a very unsatisfying pack of.
That wasn't great. Yeah, and what a weird cross section of things too, because I gotta imagine your average Kix fan is not exactly a big Perfect Gentleman fan, and I don't think your Al B. Sure guys are really into Starship. You know what I'm saying? Like it seems like a very generalized, and I know that because I have a bunch of hip hop cards, and they're just rappers from the 90s or whatever. They're like a UMTV raps hip hop cards or whatever. I think you kind of probably have to go that direction more with these music cards, because the cross section of Jimmy Page, Perfect Gentleman, and Al B. Sure fans is pretty low, I would imagine.
I don't think that Venn diagram's crossing at any point. I don't know. This feels like it would be deeply unsatisfying to any fan of music who opened up this pack.
You're ultimately going to be very disappointed by half the cards.
Right. So, I don't know. They go to the pile of now opened packs of cards that I have spoiled the seal of. So the music cards.
You don't have to feel too bad about this one. It's not like, those can all just go right in the trash probably and be okay.
Yeah. It's you're right about that. It's not like it's a pack of 83 tops with a potential Don Mattingly rookie sitting in it. It's Al B. Sure.
I don't know the street value of the Al B. Sure card, but probably not high. Probably not too high. But that time period of cards is insane, because if you go to a card, and I definitely recommend anybody go to a card show or something like that, because you'll get packs of there will be, someone will have a whole bunch of things in glass, and then there'll just be a box and it says $1 or 50 cents or whatever. And in that box is just 150 packs of cards from 1990 to 1994, and they might be hoops. They might be that remember the hoops brand cards.
Hoops,
they might be.
I got a couple of those. I'll open them next week.
And there might be a couple of. There's never any good one. It's always hoops and music cards. There's war cards. There was that Iraq
Don't forget
War.
It's the Desert Storm set, Rich.
Storm set. I have a couple of those.
Yeah, the Topps Desert Storm set.
And I'm what was happening in that time period? That people were just obsessed with getting cards, and it's imagine getting handed a Desert Storm card pack, ripping it open and be like, yeah.
Right. Norman Schwarzkopf, let's go.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Colin Powell, rookie.
Right. Same.
That's what was in that thing.
Yes. It was generals, and it's led this mission and that mission and this mission. It's what are were children purchasing these things and be like, oh, mom, you're not gonna believe it.
Saddam Hussein has a card in that set. I can picture it in my head. He's sitting there with his fingers over his mouth.
Yeah, he looks like General Adnan or whatever.
Yes.
Even though he is Saddam Hussein, he looks like General Adnan.
Right. It's you're hoping to pull a Saddam Hussein.
Yeah,
It's crazy. Like as a kid, you're like opening up the Desert Storm pack, and you're like, oh, fingers crossed, Saddam Hussein might be in this one. I'm sure that's the most expensive card. Hussein, maybe the Norman Schwarzkopf. I don't know.
I don't think the Schwarzkopf card is quite as.
No, General Norman Schwarzkopf.
I mean, yeah, he was,
did a good job.
Got that thing in and out pretty quickly. Yeah.
Did he have were Saddam's sons, his crazy sons? Did they have cards in the pack?
That I don't know. Yeah, I have a couple of them actually. Yeah, they're somewhere. I haven't opened them. I bought them recently, and I never opened them, so I gotta crack them open sometimes. But yeah, you get like rap cards, you get music cards, you get like Desert Storm cards. There's like a presidential one time that I ripped open, and it's just like, oh yeah, John Tyler. It's like, what is this? Who's?
Yeah.
There's so many. It was so weird. The collectible game at that time is crazy, and then they all kind of just poofed. They all just went away. And, by 1995, 96, 97, it's just, the heavy hitters are there. But for that time period, it's a real, because you still go to card shows and there's still just thousands of these in circulation still to this day.
I shit you not. There is a PSA 10 graded Saddam Hussein rookie Topps 1991 card number 189 Desert Storm card on eBay for $5,000.
Is it really a rookie?
It says rookie. I'm reading you the description. Saddam Hussein rookie card.
Saddam Hussein rookie card.
Swear to God. And then here we have a Norman Schwarzkopf. You laughed at me. U.S. Desert Storm 1991 Topps signed rookie card, parentheses RC, $799.
Whoa.
That is graded.
I'm going to have to rip those things open then.
Yeah, right. Seriously. So there you go. And there's another Schwarzkopf in the set. Mint 9. Graded a 9 is going for $499 on eBay. So there you go. This was not just a silly bit. These are real Topps.
No, 100%.
That's right.
Yeah, you don't think they're doing that these days. Some of the chats would imagine they did this now. Yeah, I don't think you're selling.
Yeah, go get the Israel-Palestine conflict Topps cards. Right. They'd be a big hit with everybody today.
I'm sure everybody would enjoy that. Yeah.
Yeah, all the stars, A Netanyahu rookie card. What's that going for? Yes, absolutely.
10 out of 10
that would
genocide.
Never fly.
Unbelievable. I can't
right,
believe
yes.
It. Right.
Yeah.
Look at all the genocides he had last year. This is fantastic. The stats on the back. Whoa. Look how many people he killed.
Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah. I mean, just there's no chance in hell.
No.
Like that would never happen.
I don't think so, no.
But there you go. Desert Storm cards, though, right there for you. And they were being sold to children.
Yes.
On top of that, like this was going to literal children right next to the baseball cards.
Yep. And then there was you'd have like shows. Obviously, The Simpsons were on everything, and then like the Garbage Pail Kids. There's always Garbage Pail Kids cards everywhere. You go to any of these card shows, and in those packs, you look, and it's just like Garbage Pail Kid.
Series 2 was the hardest one to get. Series 3 was like the junk wax era of Garbage Pail Kids, but like Series 2, those are the rare ones. You got some Series 2 Garbage Pail Kids, hit me up. Always on the hunt. For whatever reason, Series 1, easier to find than Series 2.
Didn't know that.
By Series 4, though, it was like, all right, no more of these Garbage Pails. This is they were running out of bits. Like the bits weren't funny anymore.
The bits weren't funny from the beginning. I was always a little.
You should check out the late stage ones. They're like even worse than what you're imagining. Early stage one, very bad. So, that's
very early '90s humor from the Garbage Pail Kids. Yeah.
Do I have some unopened Garbage Pail Kids here? Let's see what I got here. Get the bag here.
I bet.
You know what? I'm not going to dig through it now, but I bet you I do.
You have to. Anybody who has any amount of unopened packs from that era has a Garbage Pail Kids. 100%.
And they were, the Garbage Pail Kids, it was slick because they would use the same art for two different cards because each art had two different names. So, like, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, here, I don't know if you know what I mean, but like they'd have, like Fat Frank, for instance, would also be Stinky Stan, and it'd be the same picture.
Oh, see.
Yeah, it's real bullshit. Like Stinky
Sam, yeah.
Stinky Stan, yeah. Remember the vampire was Nasty Nick, and I can't remember what the other one was, but yeah, they each had two. Each piece of art had two different names. So, I remember the melting snowman was Melton Elton, and
all right, they got me there. All right,
yeah, some of them were good. I'm telling you, some of them were funny. I can't remember the other one, but they all had two. With the garbage pail. I can hear you looking them up.
I'm looking. Yeah, they're even more gross than I remembered. It Barf and Barbara. It's like, what are we doing here? This is
the vomit.
Gross.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Adam Bomb.
Some of
future WWF superstar Adam Bomb was one
Adam
of them.
Bomb, yeah. A lot of them are cancelable now. You'll find some cancelable ones, of course. Like, I don't know if Wacky Jackie in the Straight Jacket, I don't know if that would fly today.
Probably not, no.
She's neurodivergent. Leave her alone, you know? Wacky Jackie.
Broad Maud. I don't know if Broad Maud's still...
Yeah, anything with the fat ones or anything, you could forget it.
Big,
you know,
yeah.
It's... Yeah.
Okay, I'm actually back in on the garbage pail. Okay.
See, some of them are funny. I'm telling you,
are pretty good. Yeah,
I'm telling you.
You could tell they were like, you could tell it was a boardroom, and they're like, I don't know, just fucking dirty Harry or something, whatever. Just get it out of here, get out, go. But then there's some where you could tell some guy like woke up in the middle of the night with that notepad next to his end table.
Yeah,
and was like, got it.
Right. This one's clever. Yeah, a lot of fart-based humor with the garbage pail.
Yes.
There's
A lot of
so
things
many
coming out of butts.
Fart-based.
Yeah.
Yeah. Blasted Billy with the fart coming out of his butt. Yeah. I'm telling you, Series 4 is when it went off the tracks.
All right.
Anything before Series 4, they had some clever bits. But how many bits? You run out of bits. That was how many ways can you make fun of Cabbage Patch Kids?
Right. All right. I'm back in. As I'm looking at these, I take back. I don't take back my Led Zeppelin slander, but I do take back my Garbage Pail Kids slander. They're pretty good, actually. So, All right. Well, that was fun. Glad we did that.
Yeah.
We got nothing. We only have like 9 wrestling shows to talk about. How was Cincinnati? How was your trip?
It was fine. Yeah, it was good.
How'd the Red Legs do?
Not so hot.
No. Well.
They did go back to back in one of the games.
That's fun.
It was, and the next day I went and paid a lot of money for the manager scorecard of that game, which I'm going to frame and put on the wall. So there were some moments.
They just sell. Do they just sell that at the stadium?
Yeah, you go to they got the little shop with the authenticated items. The balls and the cleats and the helmets and shit. And they sell the lineup card, the dugout lineup card.
Okay. Oh, so you got a 1 of 1. It's not like a replication.
It's 1 of 1.
You got
it's
the
actual
exact.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, I see.
It's the lineup card that was in the Reds dugout for the game. Where they went back to back to back. So, they sell that for every game. So I went the next day and grabbed that. So yeah, this is good. The only problem I have is there's not really, this last year it was all day games, and this year I specifically went for a week when it was all night games. But there's no such thing as a night game.
Not in the Eastern time zone. Not in the Eastern time zone.
Not in that part of the Eastern time zone anyway. I remember when I lived in New Jersey, like the Mets and the Yankees, when they play a night game, like the first 2 innings would be at dusk, and then the rest of the game would be at night. But because Cincinnati is on the western end of the Eastern time zone, they start a 7:10 game. There was one game that ended before the sun was down. It was a night game. It's ridiculous. You're out there baking in the fucking sun. So, but there were a couple games where it was overcast, and those were the best games. There's a nice breeze. It felt like it got dark a little sooner. I prefer night games to day games. As you would imagine, I don't like sitting out there in the fucking bullshit sun. So, baseball is just so much better at night under the lights. It's just a whole different vibe, a whole different feel.
I think most people disagree with you. I think everybody thinks baseball is a game to be played in the sunlight.
Okay, why? Why do you want to sit out there in the summer heat? Maybe if it's September, all right, but it's the middle of fucking July.
That's summer. Come on.
It's uncomfortable. My balls are chafed. I got fucking ass grease. It's 98 degrees outside. That's everybody's problem. Everybody stinks because you're out there sweating in the sun. The fucking sun beating down on the seats. It's miserable. It's an awful experience, day baseball in the middle of the summer. Night games is where it's at. But unfortunately, there's no such thing as a night game in Cincinnati. It doesn't get dark till like the 7th inning.
No, I spent plenty of time in the summer in Michigan, and Michigan's the same way. Certain parts of Michigan are in the Eastern time zone. I think I think almost all of Michigan is in the Eastern time zone, but it's way. I mean, you thought Ohio was bad. Michigan in the Eastern time zone, that shit, it doesn't get dark till like 10:30. You know, you're out and you're like, what time is it? You're like, it's 10:45 and it's still completely bright out. This is very weird. So I enjoy that. I don't mind it. I like the sun. So I'm a little different than you. But
psychopathic. You got to put the stupid sunscreen on, and I won't do it. I refuse to do it. I don't want that on my face. So I just, I hide up underneath like the mezzanine where it's in the shade until like
Dracula.
the 7th inning. Yeah, like lurking in the shadows. Yeah. Because I like to stand anyway, So I don't like sitting there. Like I can't be in my seat the whole game anyway. I have to get up.
No, baseball. The worst thing to do with baseball is sit in your seat the whole time.
Yeah,
you got to walk
awful.
around. You got to look at things. Like so, I've always really loved the White Sox stadium. Is like you could do a full circle. I don't know. I haven't been to the Red Stadium, but I don't know if you can do are you cut off in the outfield or ever? Or can you walk?
You can walk all the way around.
Okay, and that's great. That's like the best way to watch baseball is to sit for an inning or two and then just go, all right, I'm gonna go take a walk, and then you just get up and you just start wandering, check out different sections. Maybe you sit in a different section for a little bit. Very easy to do at White Sox games because they're not very well attended. So you can sit wherever you want. You can move around a little bit. You say, hey, what's going on in this section? Spend an inning or two in the outfield, do a little lap, come back, sit down for a little bit. Like, I never – people that just get there at the first inning and they just sit the whole time, that's kind of crazy. I don't know.
I'm kind of a seat snob anyway, so we're always on the field level. But I will go stand in the concourse in everybody's way trying to get back to their seat. I'll go stand there and pace around like I'm in my den. That's what I'll do for like 4 or 5 innings while my family is down sitting in the seats. The kids can't sit still either, though. They're constantly moving up and down, doing whatever, just going off. But yeah, I like to stand in the concourse, walk around, clap and scream like an idiot as everybody stares at me. But yeah, the night games so much preferable to these fucking day games. I can't take it. I mean, I specifically tried to avoid this time, but it's just never dark. It's never dark. There was a pitcher's duel one night, and the game ended. It was still dusk. I mean, that's insane. That's stupid.
I will say, with the pitch clock has made the amount of night games that I've gone to much fewer. I used to. No, I remember going to White Sox games and even minor league games, and it getting dark, as the game went on. But now, with the pitch clock these days, and a lot of the lack of hitting in some cases, like I went to a minor league game the other day. It was over in an hour and like 40 minutes, and it was like, oh, okay, like I just got here. Like the fuck, like. And you always talk about that when people are screaming about the pitch clock. Yeah. It's like, now you go to these games and you're like, oh, all right, well, I guess we're done. All right, that was an hour and 37 minutes, and I kind of wanted more baseball, but I guess we have no more baseball. All right, move on.
I think overall the pitch clock has been a win, but there are definitely scenarios where it feels like you just got there and you didn't get your money's worth. It goes too fast sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's something that I was concerned with because a lot of times if you're driving to a game, like your round trip is going to be longer than the game itself.
Yes, and that's a big reason why I don't go to White Sox games much anymore is and obviously having the baby is one thing, but yeah, I'd have to come home from work. Sometimes I'd leave from work, but I come home from work. That drive there, from my home to the White Sox stadium is going to be about an hour, 55 minutes to an hour. The drive home is going to be about 50 minutes to an hour. The game's going to be much shorter than that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or exactly the same amount of time. So it's like, do I really want to drive for 2 hours to watch 2 hours of baseball? More times than not, no.
That's it. A low-scoring baseball game now is a 2-hour game.
Yeah.
And that's a little short. That's too short. I understand people that didn't want to be sitting there for 4 or 5 hours.
Yes, that got real bad. That did get horrible. Yes.
I get that. But, I have no problem with a 3-hour baseball game. I'm at a baseball stadium. I want to be there. I'm not in a rush to leave. I'm not one of these people that wants to leave in the 7th inning. I want to be there. I don't mind being there for 3 hours, 3.5 hours. 2 hours is that's a little short. 2 hours is a little short. It's like you're going there for the experience. What's the rush to leave? So that is the downside of the pitch clock. The problem is not the it's as long as they're playing baseball, I really don't care how long it is. It was all the pitching changes and all the other assorted bullshit that people didn't like. And they've done things to cut down on that too, with the 3-batter minimum and everything. So I don't know. I think the games now, we've gone to where they're maybe a little too short. They were too long. They were definitely getting too long. But now I think we're to the point where they're a little too short. But I guess that's the preferred option to having them be too long. You can't have those. There were games pushing up on 5 hours that were 9-inning games before they changed all the rules. And,
I went to a couple. I went to
ridiculous.
a couple that were just like, it was like 11:30, and I'm like, okay, this is fucking absurd. I'm going home. I don't care.
Yeah.
How this ends. Yeah. It got, there's a happy medium, and I don't exactly know. I don't know if we're there yet, but maybe we'll get there soon.
NFL games are 3 hours. Why can't a baseball game be 3 hours? Right? No one complains about the length of NFL games. College football games are like 4 hours. Nobody complains about that. So this need to constantly make the baseball games as short as possible. You know, why does it need to be 2 hours? NBA game's 2.5, right? About 2.5 hours for an NBA game. So I don't know. But I definitely don't like going to a night game and it's still light out when you walk out of the stadium. That I don't like.
There's a certain charm to both. I enjoy a day game if you want to go to a day game, and I enjoy a night game if you want to go to a night game. So I see where you're saying. There's some times where in the summer you just wanted to settle into like a dark, night game or whatever, and it does stink if it's bright the entire time. That's not good.
And you're covering your eyes because the sun's bearing down on you.
That is one of the issues with doing like a mid-afternoon night. If the third base line is just engulfed in
blinded
sunlight.
It's the shits.
That's not great.
It's really bad. The whole outfield in Great American Ballpark for 7 innings, you're just shielding your eyes from blinding sunlight. It's just don't sit in the outfield. That's my one big tip if you're going there. Also, when you're walking out of, listen, I saw Phillies and Cubs, both series, 6 games. Phillies fans shockingly polite and no issues with the Phillies fans at all.
Despite the reputation. Yeah, sounds.
I think it's just the Philly fans in Philly.
Right.
These visiting Philly fans were
very and a couple of prominent examples. The booing of Santa Claus, the
throwing the batteries at Santa Claus.
Right, booing like Michael Irvin when
lots
he's getting
of things involving Santa Claus.
Yeah, Santa Claus and Michael Irvin seem to really raise their ire more than anything else. But but they were fine. The Cubs fans have an awful reputation of being the worst visiting fans in all of baseball, as everybody knows. Just obnoxious and but more than Cardinals fans, you think?
Oh yeah, for as far as behavior.
Okay.
Cardinals fans just think their shit doesn't stink. Like they think they're smarter than everybody else and they're not, it's like that kind of thing. But Cubs fans, at least in Cincinnati, have a reputation for, all right, these are the shitheads that are going to come in and troll and cause trouble and be shitheads. And they were shockingly okay too in the stadium. The only issue with the Cubs fans was after the third game on Sunday, there were 2 white trash Cub fans holding up their Dopey W flag as the Reds fans were exiting the gate and shaking it at their face and going and making noise and hooting and hollering, which typical Cub fan behavior, of course. But I did have to say something to the guy. So I did go up to him, didn't try to make a scene. They're waving the flag at Red. They're trolling the Reds fans as they're leaving the stadium. Yes. They're Cubs fans. You know the deal.
Also, aren't they like they're not exactly
stupid W flag, the whole
thing. Oh, so, do I?
They're dumb little singing their dumb little campfire song that they sing. God, it's so obnoxious and dumb. Yeah. So they're out there doing that. The worst part of that
song is the lyrics are the Cubs are going to win today, even though they sing it after the game.
They already won.
And they already won. It's these fucking dummies.
Cubs fans.
Yeah.
So
again, preaching to the choir on that one. So.
They're waving the flag, taunting people on purpose. Yeah. And I'm like, all right, I can't stand for this. So TLB's like, oh, what are you doing? I'm like, don't worry, I'm not gonna. So I go up to I'm not trying to call a scene. I go up to him and quietly I like cup my hand over his ear. I'm like, listen, guy, this is trashy. This is, you don't need to be taunting people. Just the game ended 20 minutes ago. Wrap it up. Come on, wrap it up. Get out of here. You're upsetting people. So then he gets loud, but not in a I want to fight you way. You know the difference? Like he got loud, but it wasn't like an aggressive. He was just like, you're a fucking sore loser. I'm like, no, sir, you're a sore winner. You're waving your stupid flag in people's face. People are just trying to leave the stadium. Get the fuck out of here. Like this is trashy. This is trash behavior. You're making Chicago look bad. You're making Cubs fans look bad. Get out of here. And then the Reds fans, they broke into applause. Then they're clapping. Now it became a thing because people are seeing what's happening. And I got this old guy coming up to me going, "Oh, thank you for saying that to him." But then there's other Cubs fans who were coming in to back the other guy up. And then it started to maybe be a thing, but I never stopped walking. I was just walking backwards, shouting back at him after I quietly told him he was being a trashy piece of garbage. And, and he's just shouting back and nothing came of it. But that was the only, I have to say, in 3 days, that was the only incident of a Cub fan being a douchebag.
Oh, not bad.
Which is very surprising because they have a horrible rep. I ask other Reds fans, they tell me the Cubs fans are the worst when they come there. They're just terrible. They're just shitty people. But they were fine. I didn't have any, except for that guy with the white trash guy with his white trash wife waving the W flag. They were the only problem the entire weekend. Phillies fans, perfect. Now there's a lady Phillies fan sitting in front of me who told me she was going to punch me in the face. But that sounds worse than it is. Because she was just completely bombed and just drunk out of her mind. And her husband was embarrassed and he was apologizing. And the people were just laughing at her. Like, it wasn't like nobody felt threatened or anything. But yeah, she did turn around at one point and tell me, "I'm going to punch you in your face." Because I was.
What were you doing? Like rooting for the Reds?
Yeah, I was just like clapping after a hit or something. And she's like, I guess she didn't like that. She turned around and she's like, "I'll punch you in your face." And I was like, I just pointed at her. What the fuck is it? And TLB's like shrugging her shoulders. People are laughing. And her husband was like telling her, "Be quiet, be quiet." Like he was nervous. Like he's surrounded by Reds fans. He's like, "Be quiet, be quiet." But she was clearly very drunk and she had trouble walking out. And,
oh, great. Yeah.
So I won't hold her against.
I guess not. No.
The Philly, like that's not fair. Like that, she's not a fair representation of the other Phillies fans who were more than well behaved for 3 days. They were even the ones in the hotel, everything. They were great.
God bless you for being able to afford to get drunk at a baseball game in 2026. I don't know how you do that.
Yeah,
unless you heavily drink before the game, which is very possible if that's what they did.
She was crushing Michelob Ultras. She had about
$11 a pop, right?
7 or 8 of them. Well, you're listen. We all know crates. She's cheap.
No, these things are insane. No. Drinking at a baseball game is fucking absurd now. It's like $15 for a fucking Modelo or whatever. Get out of here. I'm not.
A lot of money. I don't think it was 3-2-1 Tuesday either with the $3 beers. It was
$3 beers. Oh my!
Hey, listen, the Reds pack them in for 3-2-1 Tuesday.
I bet.
Yeah, $3 beers, $2 sodas, $1 ice creams. Yeah, it packs them in. Trust me.
The White Sox used to have a what the fuck was there? If Chris Sampson's still in the chat room, he'll know. There used to be on Tuesdays, the White Sox had some beer gimmick, and it was anarchy in that stadium. Like, it was the most packed it would be, fights everywhere. That's when the guys, every time there was guys running on the field, it was always on a Tuesday. Yeah. They have since gotten rid of whatever that thing was. They got rid of it then, but yeah, if you remember the white trash husband or father and son that ran out of the field and beat up the guy, and then there was another group that beat up a guy too. So those were both on Tuesdays because I forget what the gimmick was. It was some sort of $2 or buy one get one or something like that. That just did not go well.
Yeah. No, I don't know if they're not supposed to serve you if you're looking tipsy. Maybe they should have cut that lady off. Yeah. But it was her husband coming back double fisted for her the whole night.
Michelob Ultras. Yeah, you need a lot of Michelobs, but she's probably very under. It was hot that day, so she's probably under. Underhydrated and a little hot, so 11 Michelobs will do it for you.
She looked like Large Marge from Pee-wee's Big Adventure too. Is what she looked like. Very ghastly looking woman, to be honest. So she was a mess. But TLB swears she was shouting at like all the foreign players too with like some MAGA shit, but I didn't hear any of that. Just a total mess. Mess of a woman all around. Like, where's this guy from? Like shit like that. Like,
go back to Mexico. It's some guy from Dominican Republic or whatever.
It's like, ma'am, Jesus Luzardo's pitching for your team.
Right.
What are we doing?
Your team
here?
also employs immigrants. Many of them.
What are we doing? Yeah. He's also pitching a shutout. So are you not happy with it? I don't understand. So that was
there you go.
I ran into I Am the Table.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah. And you had to have the thing that we always talk about, the most dreadful thing to possibly do is to meet somebody that you only know online and you only know them from a username, and then have to say, "Hi, this is I am the table."
Exactly how it went down. He tapped me on the shoulder and said, excuse me, sir, are you Joe Lanza? And I said, in fact, I am. I knew exactly who it was when he did that because he's my guide when I go there. And I immediately go to introduce him to Brittany, of course. And I realized I had to say, "Oh, this is Brittany, and this is Table."
So humiliating.
Because you don't know what else to
say. I know. And
you realize you don't know their
people,
name.
You're with normal people doing this. You're like, oh, it's,
This is Table. And then
it's ridiculous.
He did tell her his shoot name, which I'm not going to say because I don't think he wants anyone to know his shoot. But then he was like, "Oh no, my name is, whatever. My name is Ralph." His name's not Ralph. And then, but yeah, you don't. You're
that
in such
initial
an
introduction
position.
is usernames. Yeah,
I'm like, his name is Table. I'm sorry, I don't know his name. It's fucking very, very weird thing to do. But yeah, so that was Cincinnati Part 2. There will probably be no Cincinnati Part 3 because who knows if they'll even play next season. So we'll have to.
Probably not next season. You might have to pick a little bit of a delay.
Out.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, there's still time. When are they coming to Chicago? They're coming in a couple of weeks. You can come, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
I got a spare room.
Flight.
There's a baby in it, but you can sleep there if you want.
Crying babies don't bother me, as you know.
Oh, good. Then this room will be August 12th.
Crying babies and barking dogs have never bothered me one time. It's like I shut them out. I don't even hear them. I don't know.
It's not too bad. His crying's not too bad anymore. So
I never hear him.
Yeah. He just started crying a couple seconds ago, but
didn't hear it.
Very faint. Yeah, not too much. But yeah, I met several listeners this weekend as well. I did a little meetup after the G1 show. I said, hey, I'm going to be around I couldn't do anything formal, so I said, hey, I'm going to be around after the show for like a half hour. And yeah, a lot of people came out of the woodwork. It was really cool. People that I had never talked to before, never seen before, people that aren't visible in the comments, aren't on Discord, or are just kind of like, hey, I listened to you guys forever, so it's always cool. That's always cool. But they do the same thing. They'll kind of introduce themselves as like a username that they are, and then give their real names. But I was like doing that. I was like meeting with people, and then you always find out there's so many more people that listen to the show, because we hear from the people that are in the chat rooms and YouTube comments and Discord and back in the day on Twitter or whatever, and then you realize there's like thousands of other people that just listen, and they don't feel the need to talk. They don't feel the need to comment. They just listen to the show.
Join a Discord. They're not doing any of that.
They're not doing any of that. And I'm talking, I think there was like 8 or 9 people I talked to that were just like, oh yeah, I just don't have any. And to me, it's like, well, I can't believe it. You just listen to my show and you don't like do it. But thank God, you're smart. You're the best person ever. You just listen to the show and enjoy it and subscribe, and then that's it. Then you're like, well, I will listen for the next. And they're like, oh, you're going to do a show tonight? And I was like, oh, these people, it's cool. They're
all over you.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. They wanted pictures. Some people wanted some pictures as well. So that was fun. Yeah.
Don't ever ask me for a picture, because I'm going to have to be rude and decline. I will never take a picture.
They were very, there was a crew that was like, now you could say no if you want, and I was like, I'm gonna say yeah. I'm like, you want a picture? I'll say yeah. And they're like, okay. I mean, if you really, they must have thought it was you, because I was like, no, I don't care. I am more than happy.
I would have said no before he was done with the sentence. I don't let my wife take pictures of me. Why would I let a listener take pictures of me? There's not a chance.
Yeah.
I have 100 pictures from this trip, and I'm in none of them. I don't take pictures. Fuck that. Not a fucking chance.
No time for pictures. Yeah.
No. At wakes, when there's pictures from the person's life, I'm gonna have 4 pictures at my wake, and they're all gonna be selfies I took for Tinder. I don't have any pictures.
They're just gonna show a dick pic up there. They're like, look. We needed something.
Yeah, I legitimately have more pictures of my dick than my face. I don't have any picture. I don't take pictures. I don't allow it. Yeah. So, listen. That's one thing. I'll shake anybody's hand. Nice conversation, buy you a beer at an event. No pictures, though. Can't do it. No paparazzi. It's been a long-standing Joe Lanza rule. Rich Craich, though, loves it.
I love it.
Loves it. He'll go with you to Sears to take some professional shots.
JCPenney, yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Get in front of that backdrop, and yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't actually like my photo being taken that much, but when there's nice people asking for it, I'm more than happy to do it. So
photo, no. I'd rather let you just reel back and kick me in the balls. Seriously, than take a picture.
Then to spend 7 seconds to take a photo with somebody.
No, then that's out there. I don't like my picture being out there.
Yeah,
I don't want that. I got no interest in it.
You did monetize your wedding, for the record.
I did. Well, there was money to be made, but I did. And it was a draw too.
It was a huge draw. Yeah, unfortunately, you got to find out if there's some contract there or something. They took that video down. Like, it did not last very long on their website. That's kind of bullshit.
A thumb drive or something.
All right.
TLB's got the thumb drive or whatever. With the rest of the photo set. We were married by a off-duty Elvis impersonator. Like, the man was an Elvis impersonator, but he wasn't impersonating Elvis when he married
Jim. He was just Jim that day.
Right. He was just in his he was his shoot persona. He wasn't doing his gimmick, but he still had the Elvis like pompadour and sideburns because he has to have that for his Elvis impersonator. Like, with people who want the Elvis package, he's got to have the hair and the sideburns. So he's got to walk around like that, which, I mean, whatever pays the bills, I guess, right? But the off-duty Elvis impersonator with the sirens blaring in the back. You remember that?
I forgot. Yeah.
Like, there was like sirens blaring in the back. Someone was
you couldn't
stabbed
hear
or
anything.
something.
You could not hear anything, and I felt so terrible for your poor wife.
It's great.
Off-duty Elvis impersonator is like.
Someone getting stabbed on the strip.
Solemnly swear. And at one point you're like, what? I remember you like leaned over. You're like, what was that? I
what
do.
Am I repeating?
Did you say I do? Oh yeah, I do.
What's this specific vowel? What is this one? I don't. Yeah, what'd you say? Yeah, like, car alarm, siren, all kinds of shit going off. Yeah. She picked that venue. She picked the whole.
That's
trip.
her. Yeah, all right, good for her.
She picked everything. That's that's how we roll.
Did she have one of the big ones before or no? I forget if she was previously married.
No.
Okay.
See, that's
not her
how
vibe.
we roll. This
good.
is a
good for her. Good for you
this
guys.
is a JLTLB vibe. This is go to Vegas, get married by an off-duty Elvis impersonator, go up to the room and fucking bang for 3 days.
While someone gets stabbed outside.
Then go gamble and bang for 3 days. That's our vibe. We didn't even invite anybody out. We're like, look, if you want to come, you can come, but we'd actually prefer if you don't. Like, it's kind of what we said to everybody, and nobody came. So
that's ideal. Yeah, that's kind of what happened with us. Is we were planning a wedding around here, and we were like putting like together the list of people, and I was like, I don't want any of these people to come to this thing. Right. And she's like, what if we just get married in South Carolina, and then we can like give them a token invitation, but no one's going to come? And we're like, yeah, that sounds great. So. Yeah. No one came. No one that I didn't want. Everybody that I wanted to come came, and everybody that didn't want to come didn't come. So it was perfect.
Yeah, my invite got lost in the mail, so I didn't come.
No,
but, I couldn't. Yeah, I thought about crashing it, but
you wouldn't get on a plane to go there anyway.
A little uncouth even by my standards. But what am I, a Cubs fan? But that's. Yeah, how'd my wedding come up? Why'd that even come up?
Oh, because you said I don't like to be out there. I don't like my photo taken. But then you posted your wedding video on Patreon.
$5 tier. Yeah, $5. I didn't even put it on there was no $10 tier, I guess. Then.
No, but, God, yeah, if there was, you would have, definitely been a $10 tier.
Absolutely would have been $10 content,
For sure.
right? Yeah.
All right. We should probably talk some wrestling at some point here, right?
Well, there's not much to talk about.
A lot of previews. A very preview-heavy show this week. Very preview-heavy.
Yeah. I don't even watch half these promotions, so this should be a hoot.
Yeah, well, I think it's a little. It's a good time to check in with some of these promotions. I think that's my plan with a few of these, because like we're gonna talk about RevPro, and there's Summer Sizzler coming up, which I haven't watched RevPro in about a year, probably since the last Summer Sizzler. So it'll be a good time to kind of check in on what's going on with RevPro. Dragongate, things are not going well in Dragongate, so even the most ardent Dragongate supporters are pretty down on the product right now. So we'll talk about Kobe World coming up a little bit. Noah. Big Noah show. Shane Haste versus Ozawa. Noah's Summer Epic. It's coming up this weekend as well. Saturday night's main event from Madison Square Garden. From the intimate confines of Peacock is where you'll be able to watch Saturday night's main event. I'll also talk about the G1 coming up, and TNA Dark Side of the Ring and some other stuff as we get there. But let's start off with this news. which I think the biggest news of the day was announced earlier this morning that one of the favorites to emerge out of the B block in this year's G1 Climax, Shota Umino, will miss the remainder of the tournament after suffering a concussion in the match against Zack Sabre Jr. on Saturday. Now, you watched this. I was there live, obviously, so maybe it was a little tougher for me to see. Was there any noticeable spots that when you heard that he suffered a concussion that you remember going, oh, yeah, it was that? Or because I don't know that I really noticed anything in the match itself being there live where I was like, oh, wow, he's knocked out or he looks loopy. Was it obvious on TV when you were watching it?
I didn't know that he was out until I read our show rundown.
Okay. There you go.
So no. I've just been grinding, watching all the shit that I missed for a week. So I haven't really been keeping up with news, and I didn't even know this until I saw it on the run sheet. So no, I did not notice it in the match.
Okay. So he, of course, he lost to Sabre with the first match of the tournament. Now I figured that was going to be Umino losing to Sabre, maybe losing his next match, and then doing the classic Gato, like, oh my God, Shota Umino's got 0 points, and we're 3 nights in or whatever, and then, reel off wins the rest of the way and make it into the playoffs and maybe win the whole thing. But he will now end his tournament with 0 points. He will forfeit the remainder of his matches, and he's awarded, or 2 points will be awarded to all of his remaining opponents. Now, this is going to throw things for a loop. I'm guessing that there is some serious rebooking of the G1 that has to happen now, because I think he was probably going to win the whole thing. I think that's pretty likely that he was going to at least make it to the final, maybe win the whole thing. I know some people have put it out there that they've heard that Yota Tsuji and Shota Umino was going to be the Wrestle Kingdom main event. Now, you can still get there. You can still get to Shota and Yota Tsuji. You're just going to have to go at it a little bit of a different way. But yeah, it's a big, that's a Hanare, if he's out of the G1, maybe got to rebook a match or two here and there. But Shota Umino, you had to figure he was going to factor very much into the top of that B block and probably the finals as well.
Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I'm personally disappointed that I won't be able to see Shota Umino matches for the rest of this tour. I'm not a big fan of watching him work. But it's a bad break for him because he was starting to turn things around a bit reputation-wise. Definitely was one of the favorites to at least come out of his block. So from that standpoint, it's a horrible break for him. It's a horrible break for New Japan. It just sucks. It seems to happen, at least once every couple years, if not once every year. And not just the G1, but all these tournaments. Guys get hurt, and when it's a guy that's prominent like this, it's you got to scramble and then figure out what you're going to do on the fly. If he was the block winner, then they're going to have to change a lot of shit around, not just in the tournament, but future plans. It becomes a mess. And a guy of this magnitude going out, it's going to be a mess.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy that, I think was, again, going to factor into the top of the B block, probably factor in the finals. I know, like I said, a lot of people thought that he was going to go to Wrestle Kingdom and face Yota Tsuji. Now, you can still do that. There's a couple different ways you can do it. You can have whoever wins the G1, defend that title shot between now and the G, and Wrestle Kingdom, if you really want, or at between the G1 finals and Wrestle Kingdom, you can have that guy challenge for the title, like King of Pro Wrestling or whatever, like Zack Sabre Jr. did a couple years ago, where he challenged and won the title, King of Pro Wrestling. You could just have Yota Tsuji win the entire G1 if you really wanted to, and that maybe if you really want to push this guy and really kind of get him, seen as like leaps and bounds and head and shoulders against the rest of his fellow, classmates and stuff, then that's a good way to do it too, is he wins the G1 as the champion, and then you can kind of go whatever way you want for Wrestle Kingdom and figure out however you get there. Or, I don't know, you just pick another guy too. You might just say, all right, well, tough luck, like Shota, injury at the worst time, but all right, now here's our guy, and now we pick another guy who goes on to Wrestle Kingdom. And that seems like a little bold to do, but sometimes that happens, and if you're feeling it with a guy, and you'd say, let's rebook everything. Let's rebook from now until Wrestle Kingdom if you really want to. I don't know if they necessarily need to do that, but I'd be curious to see what they end up doing here and who ends up emerging. And I guess now, if that Wrestle Kingdom match is in doubt, if that was supposed to be the match that it was going to be.
Yeah. Look at it this way. If you thought the guy was going to win, then it makes things totally unpredictable now.
Yeah.
So from that standpoint, might be more interesting to watch. Again, I don't really like watching a guy wrestle anyway. A Shota Umino, Yota Tsuji Wrestle Kingdom main event,
I'm kind of good on that too. Yeah.
That is less than nothing for me. The problem is I can't think of a potential Wrestle Kingdom main event that I would be into. I'm just so out on the company right now. It's not a promotion that interests me very much at all. So, just trying to look at it from the standpoint of, this maybe being Shota's big push. Maybe it does open the door for somebody else, for an Oiwa or a Uemura or something. I would prefer those guys anyway for my own personal entertainment. But like you said, you could always just have Tsuji win it and then find a way to get the match you want anyway.
Yeah, they haven't done that in a long time.
You know what, though? Fucking concussion. Whatever happened to some smelling salts and a kick in the ass and get back out there?
Right.
I mean, there's a week between these shows. What are we doing here? How bad is this concussion?
I don't know. Yeah, I know New Japan's pretty careful about that stuff a lot, but I might just say, hey, why don't you miss a week or two? Forfeit the next 2 matches or whatever, and we could still book you into the They
never do that though.
No,
they never do that.
They don't.
They tried to do that with Gabe Kidd
last year. It was literally last year. Yeah,
where he was like, oh, maybe I'll make it back, but he never made it back. And it's like, and most of the time they don't even do. This is how they do things when it comes to these tournaments. If you get hurt, you're out and you forfeit. And they just protect kayfabe in that way, and they're never going to go back on. It's just that it's not just New Japan. Everybody does it.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah.
So, and with Gabe Kidd, who the fuck knows? He could have just been talking his own shit when he said, "I'm going to try to make it back," because you never know with him. But because part of his gimmick is he just says whatever he wants, right? So. Yeah, it's
he ended up working some AEW pay-per-view like not long after the G1 wrapped up, right? It wasn't during the G1. It was like, I forget exactly what it was. Someone in the chat might remember. It was like not that long after the G1 he was working, so it made me think like, oh, maybe he is ready to go. He just had to miss like a week or whatever. But they don't do that. And again, it's not a New Japan thing. It's every Japanese company is if you miss
just a
little bit, you're just done. And it's over. I mean, they do that for title defenses too. You get hurt and you're a champion, you're stripped of the title. It's not like, oh, he has to miss this match because he's hurt. It's like, all right, in America, it's like these guys can, miss all this time because they're hurt. It's like in Japan, they're like, well, if he's hurt, then he loses the title. Like he doesn't get to just keep the title because he's hurt. That's not how it works.
Right.
And I appreciate that.
Even illness. Remember, like, who had the Never title and they got the flu? And
I think it was either Ishii or Hanma. I forget it. Or no, Makabe. Was it Makabe? Yeah, it was one of those three guys. Yeah,
that era of the Never title, someone got the flu and couldn't make a defense, and they stripped him. Guy's gonna be fine in 4 days. It's like, nope, can't make the match. So that's just the way they do it. It's even Gabe Kidd last year. Who knows how far he would have went in the tournament last year if he was in it. It's not like he was going to be an also ran. It was another guy who was potentially going to do huge things in the tournament.
Yeah. Forbidden Door is when Gabe Kidd, it was late August. So he was at the Forbidden Door show late August after missing all the G1. But speaking of G1 Night 1, we both reviewed it separately, though, because I was at the show. So I did a reaction show the night after. So if you want to hear my thoughts on G1 Night 1, and then Joe's thoughts on G1 Night 1 are also on the most recent Flagship Plus. And I think it's interesting because we have very different takes. I really enjoyed the show, being there live, had a lot of fun, and you didn't think much of it, which I think is interesting. And you echo a lot of people that watched it on New Japan World. And I don't know if that was and you have different reasons why. A lot of people thought the production wasn't very good. I haven't gone back and watched it, and I haven't watched any matches or whatever on New Japan World, but I know a lot of people said it just felt kind of like a real dreary show on New Japan World, whereas live it didn't feel like that. It felt really fun. But I think also you're a little more down on the New Japan roster than a lot of other people, and I'm kind of with you on most of the time on that. Now, I had a really good time on Saturday. Will I be, locked in by night 5 for the G1? I don't know, but at least I'm excited for what's coming up this weekend as it returns. But if you want thoughts on night 1, you and I both reviewed those separately. FlagshipPatreon.com. Again, like I did a reaction show the night after or the day after, and you did it on Flagship Plus, the most recent Flagship Plus. So,
all right. So I do want to say though, I don't want to sell people on something that I didn't really do a review. I kind of just gave wide lens thoughts on the show. I didn't do like a traditional match by match review. No. So I don't want people to think that if they buy a sub, they're going to get 2 full-on reviews. Now yours was a thorough in the building. I'm going to review the fucking show. That's like a real review. on the Flagship Plus, I didn't really do like a real review. I just want to make sure that that's clear. I talked about the show for like 20 minutes or something.
Somewhere
and gave
around
a lot
there,
of thoughts. Yeah. But I didn't like do a breakdown match by match review. But yeah, I mean, I tried to stay away from reviews and what people thought until I watched it. So I did go in without any bias, but I did notice the same thing you noticed. People there live seemed to like that show way more than people who watched it on tape. So I don't know what the deal is with that. Oftentimes you like a show better when you're there live, but there was a pretty wide disparity in reviews from people who were there in the building and people who watched it. And you were in line with the people who were there in the building, and I was in line with the people who watched it on their device of choice. So from that standpoint, we didn't really deviate from the norm in either case. I didn't think it was a bad show. I just thought it was a show. I don't know how my audio came across on the Plus, but I didn't hate it. I didn't think it was awful. I just was kind of bored for a lot of it. And I thought there were a couple, good matches towards the back end. But I just thought it was a mediocre wrestling show with a lot of mediocre matches, one or two matches that I thought were pretty bad. I thought Yuto Ice and Great Khan was pretty awful.
Yeah, I didn't like that much either.
I have to say, I'm going to do the G1 audio. I'm going to do it. I'll do the daily G1 audio.
You don't have to. This is your time. You can still bail.
No,
you can still bail.
No. People want it and expect it, so I'm going to do it. I sound real excited about it, don't I? I'm all
into it.
Yeah.
Grade 1 Climax. Flagship, patreon.com, daily G1 audio. Let's go.
I'm going to tell people right now, like, there's two wrestlers that I'm going to have a heavy focus on. One of them is Aaron Wolf. I'm fascinated by watching him work non-House of Torture matches, and I thought he did fine against Sonore.
I always think he's fine. Every time we see him, we're always like, he's fine. Just let him wrestle. He's okay. Just let him go. And he did he looked good.
He did fine. He looked fine. Like, he didn't knock my socks off, but he looked fine, and it's like, I'm really excited to see him work against different opponents in the G1 and see how he's going to progress. He's got the new gear and everything with the wolf on his ass, and, and the other guy, I'm just telling people right now, I am going to ride Yuto Ice like a fucking show pony. I am going to be so zeroed in on this guy because I see nothing. I think he's going to be so exposed as a singles wrestler. He did not get off to a good start at all against Great Khan. I think this is a dude who absolutely needs that fucking tag team. I just don't think he has it as a singles wrestler. And this tour is either going to prove me wrong, but I'm telling you right now, I am going to ride that guy. I mean, I'm just warning people now. If you're someone who disagrees with me on Yuto Ice, strap in. Because
strap in is exactly.
Now, I'm going to be honest, of course. Yeah, if he's good, he's good. I would love for him to be good. I would love for him to be great. I can see him bombing practically every night. I just don't think he's built for this. I just don't think the guy's any good. The charisma's obvious. I will never deny the charisma.
One thing that's great about the G1 is you really can't hide. And that's I think a good thing for Aaron Wolf is that we can't, there's no kid gloves anymore. It's like, no, he's going to be wrestling every night, singles matches. There's no more hiding. There's no more, and the same thing is going to be true with Yuto Ice in a lot of ways. The rubber's going to meet the rubber. We're going to find out, what he's really made of here in a little bit. Now, I will say in the building, there's definitely an energy when Yuto Ice comes out, and I think that always, that's been my stance on Yuto Ice from jump, is that I also don't think he's a great worker, but I think he's got a lot of energy, and a lot of these other young New Japan guys have absolutely zero energy. They come out, they're stoic, they slowly walk down to the ring. Like it's up and down the roster. It's like, can we have some fucking energy, guys? Can we smile? Can we look to the crowd? Can we get excited? Can we do something? That's a modern wrestling thing too. All modern wrestlers are just like, oh, I'm very stoic and serious, but they're not actually like, they don't come across as like excited to wrestle. And it's like, why would I be excited to watch you wrestle if you're just slowly sauntering down to the ring or whatever? Where Yuto Ice doesn't do that. He comes out, he's bouncing, he's jumping, he's pointing, he's doing all that sort of stuff. So that obviously helps, but I'm with you that the bell to bell has been lacking for Yuto Ice. So I think I'm excited to figure out what he's truly made of. And I think the G1's going to open that up in a lot of ways. Maybe good, maybe bad.
I listen, if he's good, I'll be happy to eat my words. If he's bad, people are going to hear about it, man. I am going to laser focus on this fucking guy because I've been skeptical for a long time. I think that he has been carefully hidden. I don't want to say protected, but carefully hidden in this tag team. I think the tag team takes a million shortcuts. I mean,
a lot of tornado tags.
A lot of tornado tags, like even by New Japan standards, to where, I think the tag team takes a lot of shortcuts. And I think he largely gets by on his charisma, which I will never deny the charisma. It's obviously there. He obviously has a crowd connection that a lot of these younger New Japan wrestlers have. They struggle with that. He doesn't struggle with crowd connection at all. I just don't think he can go. And he's going to have to prove me wrong. And I am going to laser focus on this fucking guy when I'm doing it, because I need something to sink my teeth into if I'm going to review 18 nights of wrestling that I'm not particularly excited for.
Got to get a theme. You got to get a theme or a wrestler. You have something. Yeah.
Yes. And look, the tournament always creates themes on its own, right? We know that's going to happen. So there's going to be things that happen in the tournament that I'm going to be able to latch onto and focus on. I'm always going to be able to find some kind of interesting, ways to break down the shows in the tournament. And the G1 always has a way. There's built-in threads and storylines that are done intentionally. And then there's always a few storylines and threads that just emerge unintentionally during a G1. Right? So it won't be a problem when things get rolling. But going into it, and I'm sitting here thinking about how to approach the reviews, the two guys I'm going to be hyper focusing on are Aaron Wolf and Yuto Ice. For similar reasons, honestly. It's go time, man. What does Aaron Wolf got? We're going to find out. Can Yuto Ice be an effective singles wrestler? We're going to find out. And I've got varying levels of doubt when it comes to both of them. And I was much more encouraged by Aaron Wolf in Chicago than I was with Yuto Ice. The one thing that really jumped out at me about Yuto Ice in his match, which I thought was a very bad match, was normally the Great Okan wrestles a very rugged, hard-hitting style. At least that's the way his matches come across. And the match against Yuto Ice came across softer than bread. I mean, those guys, they had horrible chemistry. There were a lot of just...
Too. That guy, I'm done with him. He's done. I'm done.
I'm his last defender.
Nah, it's over.
But I recognize that he's kind of a what's the phrase I'm looking for?
Lazy.
Guilty pleasure of mine personally. Okay? Because I like his style when he's in there with the right guy because there's a ruggedness to his work. I always say his matches feel like you're wrestling against a dump truck. I just like the way that he works when he's on. This match, these guys had no chemistry, and it was just a soft match. It just felt soft.
Weird. It was a weird in the building. The finish was very weird, too. It just kind of came out of nowhere.
The way it was just,
they did a terrible job of building up to Yuto Ice, his comeback and stuff. Yeah, it was rough. It was rough in the building. I didn't like that match either.
I'm telling you, I think Yuto Ice might stink.
He might be
really bad.
We'll find out.
And we're going to find out. I think there's a real chance that guy fucking stinks. I hated what I saw. But we'll see. He's in that A block. So, he'll have a chance in there.
A lot of killers in there. Yeah, it's like if he goes in there and he has a bad match with Takeshita, it's like, all right, well, then. Because there's a couple of guys that it's like, well, you can't go out there and have a bad match with that guy. If you have a bad match with that guy, it's on you. It's not on that guy.
Takeshita, Hiroki Goto, Yota Tsuji, Shingo Takagi, Oleg Bolton. Listen, you could have good matches with a lot of these people.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and it's not so much is the match good. I am laser focusing on his individual performances because I don't believe in him. And, we'll see. This is his chance. Listen, the door is wide open in New Japan. If you can get over,
it's wide open. Take it.
And you're good. I mean, how many people in this company are over and good? Think about it.
Very few. Yeah, very few.
It's so the door's wide open for a guy like this because he did the hard part. He's over.
You're right. He's over already. He's got that crowd connection, that charisma, that overness. That's the hard part for a lot of young wrestlers. He's got that, but now...
But you can't stink and get pushed in New Japan.
No.
especially when you're 5 foot nothing and you're shaped like a fire hydrant. And like they never pushed Tomohiro Ishii, and he was over and he was great. This guy's over, but he's not good. If he's no good, they're not going to push him. So, I'm telling you, I'm going to ride this guy. That's going to be one of my themes in these reviews.
So you got, so that's locked in. FlagshipPatreon.com, G1 reviews, $5 tier. You got a hellacious streak coming up already. So Saturday, July 18th, we're back. B Block, Jill Maloney and Gabe Kidd. A Block, Sonata versus Great Okan. Have fun with that one. A Block, Jake Lee versus Konosuke Takeshita. A Block, Yuto Ice versus Oleg Boltin. A Block, Shingo versus Oiwa. And A Block, Hiroki Goto versus Yota Tsuji. So that's the Saturday show. That's a pretty decent show. Goto and Yota Tsuji sounds okay. Shingo and Oiwa sounds like it could be okay. Yuto Ice, Oleg Boltin. That's a great opportunity to prove you wrong right there. Sunday, next day, we will not get a B Block. Wow, we're missing an Aaron Wolf match already. Shota Umino is going to get the bye. Or the forfeit there. So we are missing one Aaron Wolf match already.
I am not going to be upset about these 4-match B Block shows.
Yeah, this is going to be an easy one. This is an easy night for you. Drilla Maloney versus Hanare. Gabe Kidd versus Oscar. Ren Narita versus Callum Newman. And Zack Sabre Jr. versus Yuya Uemura is your Sunday show. So yeah, not bad to lop off a match off that thing. That's okay. Tuesday, July 21st, before we go next week for the flagship. This is going to be an A-Block show. Goto, Jake Lee, Great Okan Oiwa, Takeshita, Yuto Ice. Circle that one. That's the one. If you go in there and you can't deliver with Takeshita, it's you. It's not him. Sonata, Yota Tsuji, and then Shingo versus Oleg Boltin, which sounds right up my fucking alley. Cannot wait for that. And then the 22nd, one of my most matches I circled from day one of the G1, Gabe Kidd, Aaron Wolf. I want to see that match very badly. Gabe Kidd versus Aaron Wolf, Hanari versus Oscar, Drilla versus Yuya Uemura, Zack Sabre Jr., Callum Newman, and then Shota Umino, Ren Narita obviously will not be happening. So yet again, another four match block for you there.
Yeah.
That's going to make your job a little easier. It's like 40 minutes off. He's going to be in a lot of main events too. So that's really going to cut some time there. So,
well, it's going to open up opportunities for other people in the block because they're going to be put in main event spots where they're given more time.
Yeah. Callum Newman, his injury was kind of funny. He seems fine. He's doing what I thought he was going to do. He's selling it a little bit, but he's fine. Yeah. He's got the loosely applied ace bandage on his shoulder, but he's out there doing everything normal and doing a move and then holding it or whatever. I think he's going to be okay. I think he's going to be okay. So. Anyway, so that is the G1. That's what you got ahead of you this week, and that's we'll have coverage, of course, at FlagshipPatreon.com, and I will be around if you need to tap out. I don't want you to burn out. So if you need to tap out for a show, let me know. I can fill in. So.
I always say that, and then I have you do one.
Yeah, right. It's always like like night 7. You're like, I don't want to do it.
It's not even. Yeah. It's like night 14 when I'm really just burnt out. I'm like, come on, man, I can't do it. You gotta do this one. I look at the lineup. I'm like, I feel it's the point of the tour where I look at the lineup and I'm like, didn't I watch all of these matches already?
I can't watch this anymore. No, Sonata and Great Okan already happened. There's no way it's happening.
It had to have happened already. Right. Yeah.
I talked about it. I remember my takes. There's no way.
And where is this Bipu? I can't do it. Yeah.
One of the big, it's always that big giant gymnasium that's all lit up. Like they don't have a lighting grid. So you click play and it's just this giant white building with 5 rows of chairs around the ring. And you're like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's like a Reds day game. I'm like, how am I going to do all this? This is one he's got to take.
It's fair enough. I will do that for you. But, all right, let's stick in Japan here real quick and talk about Noah Summer Epic coming up this Saturday, July 18th. Now you've been up on your Noah. You were covering the most recent Noah show on a Flagship Plus about a week or so ago. Yeah, the Corkin show that they had, and they're coming here for the Summer Epic. And the big match, of course, is the main event. GHC heavyweight title. Shane Haste. Yes, Shane Haste is your GHC heavyweight champion right now. He'll be facing Ozawa. So this is an interesting take here. You're a little bit more. I missed that Korakuen. I haven't watched No One about a month or so. Does it feel like it's time to move it back to Ozawa? I know the business hasn't been doing great with Shane Haste there on top. Are we thinking it's back to Ozawa, or do you think Shane Haste gets it done, retains his champion?
Well, if they're making a business decision, they should go back to Ozawa. The Shane Haste Tetsuya Endo main event in Korakuen Hall did 1,200 fans. Ozawa, as you know, last year was selling that bitch out every time he main evented. He hasn't had the title in a while. He had the injury. Then he was kind of just not figured in. But he came out and challenged Shane Haste after Haste beat Endo. Haste and Endo are both in the White Raven. Was it the White Raven squad? Is that the name of Kenta's
I think so.
group?
Yeah.
So that was kind of like teammate versus teammate. And then Ozawa came out and made the big challenge. And he gets this next title match. What building is this show in? Do you know that off the top of your head?
Let me try to get it. I can get it real quick.
All right. So the problem is Haste, this title reign, it hasn't drawn. So that's kind of he had a title match against Kenta.
Intex Osaka Hall 5. So that's like the old Osaka Joe Hall bodymaker, whatever, but it's Hall 5. I don't know what the difference of.
You just named about 15 different buildings. Which former building is it? Is it the bodymaker 2?
I don't know. I don't know which one it is.
All right. So maybe we can figure that out. Or
Intex. Yeah, I'm trying to see Intex
because the sponsors keep changing it, and then we don't know what building it is.
Exactly. Yeah. So Intex Osaka Hall 5. So I don't know which one that is, but
Intex Osaka Hall 5. Yeah, I don't know. But all right. So anyway, Haste defended against Kenta in May, and that only drew 1165. That drew worse than the Endo match in Korakuen Hall. So Haste clearly isn't working for business. Okay. So to answer your question, if they want to look, I think from both standpoints, I think the right business move is to put it back on Ozawa. I also think, haven't we all had enough of this Shane Haste title reign? I mean, it's not. I mean, he's had it for a couple of months now, and it was a quirky thing when they did it, when he beat Inamura. He already defended against his boys with Kenta and Endo. So it just makes sense to do it now and go back to Ozawa, maybe get those Korakuen numbers back up. You know, All Japan has edged ahead of them in attendance, both in Korakuen and overall. And that was not the case when Ozawa was on top. So, I do think it's time to go back. I will say this about Shane Haste. At the end of the New Japan run 2 years ago, when he was doing all the twerking and shit like that.
Fucking around, just being a total, just not no
effort whatsoever.
Yeah, no effort, no care. Yeah.
He's put a lot of effort into this. He's gotten his body back. He's never got out of shape. He's always been a guy who's been in good shape. But he's taken his vitamins and he's clanging and banging in the gym.
Certainly, yeah.
And he's coming to the ring with nunchucks and he's working hard. I mean, the match against Endo was really good. I mean, they went out there and worked hard and had a really good match. This is not the lazy New Japan version of Shane Haste. He really has worked hard, but he's not delivering at the gate, which we all could have expected. Who would have, I don't think anyone would have predicted that Shane Haste was going to light Pro Wrestling Noah on fire. So yeah, the long answer to your short question is yes, I think they should go back to Ozawa.
Okay. Yeah. And that's kind of what I figured that was the plan. I think you can't have Ozawa in this spot and not have him win this title. I don't think we need another Shane Haste title reign and God forbid. I mean, if he beats Ozawa, it's like, okay, well now he's kind of, I mean, who's he? What's next for Shane Haste as heavyweight champion? You know what I mean? It seems like we're getting a little long in the tooth. This is a perfect title reign to end in 2 to 3 months or whatever, and move on to Ozawa and move forward from there. So, GHC national title, Naomichi Marufuji defending against Kano. So that should be good, but never know with Marufuji these days. But
yeah,
should be good.
At the Korakuen, Kano is another guy who really wasn't figured in. He worked the opener teaming with the Lycos gym guys.
Wow.
And they actually lost. They lost to Amaxa Inamura, who also is not figured in right now, and Stallion Rogers. They lost a 6-man tag to those guys. So Kano then came out later and challenged Marufuji after Marufuji beat Suji Kondo. The Marufuji Suji Kondo, for two guys who were completely washed up, actually, by those standards, wasn't that bad. But, yeah, so, look, every match that we're about to talk about has been well-built with angles and such, and these aren't just randomly thrown together bouts. So, I actually expect a title change there, too. I think Kano will win the belt.
Passionate Rattels, Manabu Soya and Yuki Ino. They're the GHC Tag Team Champions against Team 2000X, Masakita Miya and Takashi Sugiura. For this.
All right, so when those guys won the titles from Bushi and Naito, and we all knew they would. They put that team together before the tag tournament, and then they won the tag tournament. This is a new creation, with the matching gear and everything. they didn't get to do their celebratory promo because the Team 2000X guys came out and beat them up. So that's how they set up this match. I think that these guys will retain because they're a new team, they're new champions, they're getting a big push. So I think they'll survive this, but nothing would surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me at all if this is a Team 2000X domination kind of show with Ozawa getting the title back and just moving back in that direction. But that's kind of the story behind this one. Those guys got jumped. They beat the shit out of them. And then, cut the cocky promo instead of the fans getting the promo from the new babyface champions. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think they've done a really good job of building this new team up, and I would hate to see them just lose these titles right away. So I would hope that, fingers crossed, that they would keep it. That would make, I think, more booking sense to have them keep the titles, but it is Noah. It is modern Noah, so you can never quite be so sure. GC Junior Heavyweight title, you got Eita versus Bushi. I don't think Bushi's going to win this one. Eita's on a pretty historic title reign right now. He's had that thing for quite a while. I cannot imagine they end that with Bushi getting the win here, but I don't know. Do you think differently? Is Bushi getting this title here? I can't even fathom it.
Bushi doing jobs isn't a problem. He jobs to a lot of different people all over the world. I don't know. It all depends how long LIJ's sticking around. I mean, I think they're technically freelancers. I don't think they work for Noah, quote unquote. I thought they might be gone after they lost the tag belts, but they're sticking around.
There's nowhere else to go.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's part of it. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't really have a feel for this. It's not like any kind of, particularly well-built match with a big story behind it or anything like that. So, I don't know. I don't have a feel for it.
Again, I can't believe that this guy is just in Noah and he's just there and he just wrestles and he's just like, doesn't matter. Nobody cares. We're talking about Noah's business struggling and it's just like,
yeah.
Tetsuya Naito, who a couple years ago was like one of the top draws in Japanese wrestling, is just in the middle of this show against Kaito Kiyomiya. And it's Noah, so he's definitely hitting a fucked up Destino and pin this guy 1, 2, 3, right? Like Naito's going to fuck it up 3 times, kind of sort of hit one in the middle of the ring, and then they're just going to decide that that's fine, it's finished. So,
I mean, with Kiyomiya, you just I don't. I mean, the story they're telling now is Team 2000X is like demanding that all Rebellion breaks up because they never win.
Because
like
they suck.
Right? Like they beat them like a drum, and now they're saying like that. Now in the promos, they're like, "You should break up. You shouldn't. You guys are so bad. You shouldn't exist."
Yeah, they're right. Insert Bobby Fish gif. Where's the lie? I mean, they're right.
Yeah, it's. I don't know. I would love to know the real story of maybe Kaito Kiyomiya is just like a massive asshole or something, or maybe he's dumb as a box of rocks. I could buy that actually. I don't know. It's just something. I don't get it. He should be at the top of the company, firmly established as like the ace over the last 3 or 4 years, maybe in some generational rivalry with Ozawa, but it's like, so would it stun me if Naito beat him? No,
of course not.
I mean, it's like, Naito was like the spiritual successor to who?
Keiji
Muto. And here we go. It's like, and now he's wrestling this guy, and I'm not saying Naito has the same mindset as Keiji Muto. I'm not saying that he's like this
an
selfish
egomaniac.
veteran right. This total, one of the biggest egomaniacs. Like there's Hulk Hogan and then there's like Keiji Muto. They're like 1A and 1B in wrestling history in terms of just these massive egomaniacs. So I'm not saying that's what Tetsuya Naito is. It's just funny that like he was always considered the next generation of Keiji Muto when he was coming up as a young wrestler in New Japan, the wrestling genius and all that. And he had a lot of movements. Like when, you compare early Muto footage to early Naito footage, they even like move the same. It's creepy. And I don't think he was deliberately copying him. Maybe once people made the connection, he kind of leaned into it. But it's just funny how like now he's wrestling Kiyomiya and he's completely washed up. You know what I mean? It's like
right, with no knees, he could barely do any of his moves, and
it's like, and now he might beat him.
Yeah,
it's like, So who knows? I think the funniest outcome is Naito beats him.
Yes,
right.
Yeah.
That's the funniest. outcome.
Absolutely, yeah. For the takes, that's definitely the best one. Nothing best sums up Kaito Kiyomiya, the current state of Kaito Kiyomiya, than his Wikipedia page, which if you go to Championship Pursuits 2021-present, there's all these paragraphs about his quest to win the title in 2021 and 2022 and this and that or whatever.
Yeah.
The last line is, quote, on January 1st at Noah the New Year 2025, Kiyomiya lost the GHC heavyweight title to Ozawa, ending his third reign at 242 days. Period. Stop. Nothing more.
That's it.
Since January 1st, 2025, there's nothing that the Wikipedia editors felt was necessary to put in his bio at all.
No.
And he's got paragraphs upon paragraphs upon paragraphs before that, all about his career and his journey and his excursions. And it's like, he lost the title to Ozawa, and that was it. So
what would you put in it?
Exactly. I don't have anything else to put in there. So
yeah,
for the next 2 years, he just kind of was there. Yeah, so a match of two guys that are just kind of there, and it's kind of surprising that they're just kind of there. Tetsuya Naito and Kaito Kiyomiya. You'll love this. Straight out of World Wrestling Entertainment, an N1 Victory 2026 entry 4-way ladder match.
Great.
Tadasuke, Alpha Wolf, Jun Masaoka, and Daiki Odashima. Now, that actually sounds like it should rock, so we'll see, but yeah, it's hard to get too excited about a 4-way entry ladder match in Noah, but the names are interesting.
Well, they did a lot of shit. They've been doing shit with ladders on the shows. So you kind of felt like this was something with a ladder was coming. The thing about Japanese wrestling when they do American gimmicks is sometimes they just don't do them very well.
No, usually terrible.
So you know, the weird New Japan cage matches and and things like that. So I don't know what the fuck this is going to look like. I have no idea. I know on the Korakuen, Team 2000X brought out the ladder, and it was Daiki Odashima actually teaming with 3 of the young boys, and they just brought the ladder in and right in full view of the ref, and they got DQ'd, and then everyone did a bunch of spots off the ladder. So that was kind of the matches on the show are pretty well built from that standpoint. They're not just random matches. So, here we have Odashima again and Tadasuke, who was the main culprit with the ladder and Korakuen. So I don't know. I mean, if it could be good if they have if they have an interesting interpretation on what a ladder match should look like, or it could be one of those things where a Japanese promotion tries an American stipulation and it doesn't work at all. So I don't know.
Yeah, all
now
I know
the winner goes to the N1. Now that's pretty important.
So it better be fucking Odashima is all I wanted to say is
right.
No offense to Alpha Wolf, I'd like to see Alpha Wolf in there, but it better be fucking Odashima if I'm going to be watching this N1.
I agree.
I need my man in there.
I would love for him. Look, he is one of the massive bright spots in pro wrestling, Noah. And you really could do without any of those other 3 in the N1. As much as I like, watching Alpha Wolf work.
Yeah, Tadasuke,
Odashima,
that would suck. Yeah, that would suck if Tadasuke.
Yeah, no one wants to see Tadasuke in there. Yeah. Look, it's got to be Odashima. He's got to be in there, so it's like, yeah, so hopefully, no matter the quality of it, he wins.
Kaz Fujita versus Yoshiki Inamura.
Oh, right.
I don't think I'm going to enjoy that much, so... Okay. GHC Junior Heavyweight title. This one should be awesome. Alejandro and Dragon Bane versus Love and Peace of Jackie Kamei and Rita. So that should, from Dragongate, that should absolutely rock. I would expect that to be a definite contender for the best match of the night. So we'll see if they can deliver on that. But yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah,
right
it should be really good. Yeah.
And then the rest is just kind of fill in. It's Black Menso Ray and Ryusei. How do you pronounce that one? The all caps.
Say again, Rich Craig.
Is it Ryusei? I don't know how to pronounce the name.
Against the White Raven squad.
Yeah, Hayata and Endo. So remember when Endo was like this big? They got him from DDT. It's like, yeah.
Well, he just had a title match.
Yeah, I guess he's just kind of there.
Other than that, you kind of forget he's there.
Yeah. I'm always like, oh yeah.
When I reviewed that title match, I talked about that. There was a point in time not that long ago where he was not even considered on equal footing as Konosuke Takeshita when they were both in DDT. But many people thought he was the better one with the bigger future.
No, Takeshita was this wiry, thin 19-year-old kid that was, not a complete worker at all. Nowhere close.
A real take from a lot of people was that Endo was the better of the two and was going to end up being the bigger star. And I'm not burying people who thought that. It's just interesting that was a real take. Like, it was split who was going to be.
Yeah, no, Endo seemed to develop quicker, but obviously the ceiling on Takeshita was much larger.
Yeah, which has obviously played out.
Yes. Yeah. And now Endo looks like old as hell and kind of broken down, and Takeshita's.
Man, you're really down on Tetsuya Endo.
I don't know. He's unexciting. He's a very unexciting wrestler.
It's definitely unexciting. There's no doubt about that. No one's fired up about Tetsuya Endo in 2026.
No.
Most people don't realize how much their personal information is being bought and sold every day. Data brokers are making billions, pulling details about you from public records and the internet, and then packaging and selling it, usually without your consent. That's how your information lands in the hands of scammers, spammers, even stalkers. It's why you get endless robocalls and why ads seem to follow you everywhere. That's where Aura comes in. Aura actively removes your data from broker sites and keeps it off. They also instantly alert you if your information shows up in a breach or on the dark web. But Aura goes beyond data protection. With one app, you get a VPN, antivirus, password manager, spam call protection, dark web monitoring, and even up to $5 million in identity theft insurance. All backed by 24/7 US-based fraud support. Other companies might sell just credit monitoring or just a VPN. Aura gives you all of it, together, at the same price competitors charge for just one service. Start your free trial today at aura.com/remove. Protect yourself now at aura.com/remove.
And then Katoge Ohara, like every Noah opener
Team
ever.
Noah, baby.
Yeah, the Team Noah.
Team Noah.
Little High 69, little Muhammad Yone, Katoge Ohara, and then a bunch of young guys. So Team Noah versus the young lads.
Well, Team Noah looks like they're going to pick up a dub.
There's a pretty good chance. Yeah.
Looks like they're going to pick up a dub for once.
Maybe High 69 will get the win on this one.
So Summer Epic coming up on Saturday.
So that should be a fun show. That sounds like a pretty newsworthy show.
Yeah, it's a big show. So we'll review it in some form. And I'm seeing in the chat they're saying that the All Rebellion did in fact break up already. So I have not watched any of the shows since the Korakuen. So did they have a unit? Did they have a match where they put the unit at stake and lost? What happened with that?
Or they just decide, they're right, we do suck. Let's stop. Team.
Right.
Yeah.
Or did they randomly say, they have a good point. Let's break this thing up.
It's hard to argue. We do suck. Yeah.
Which would be the most Kaito Kiyomiya way of breaking it up.
Bringing his unit into the ring and being like, guys, we suck. I stink. We should just leave.
Listen, Masa Kitamiya makes a compelling argument. We do in fact suck. So we're going to have to break this thing up. Yeah. I mean, either way wouldn't shock me. I'm trying to go through the cards as we're going here. I don't really see a unit must disband or All Rebellion must disband match on any of the shows. So maybe that is what happens. Maybe they just said, we're going to pack it in. Let's pack it in, boys. It's not working out for us. They did draw, they ran Korakuen on the 5th, July 5th. Let me see. Maybe
so we're told there was a Kaito Alejandro singles match, and they decided to break up after that.
That would have been on July 5th. They had the singles match in Korakuen on July 5th. I didn't watch that show, so that would explain why I didn't know that. So there you go. And they had the preview tag where Ozawa and Segura beat Manabu Soya in haste. So I'm sure that's why Ozawa went over in that match. So they just had a match. So the two leaders of All Rebellion had a singles match and then said, you know what? We should pack it in.
You know what? This isn't really working anymore. So, you know what? It wasn't. So I'm fine with that. Yeah. If Kiyomiya, that's like the one, if he wanted to join Team 2000X, I'd probably be like, you know what? Fine. Let's try something different with this guy. Just do something. Anything.
Kiyomiya,
why not? Because this ain't it. Whatever this is, it ain't it. So might as well try something else. But
maybe they're giving him a new unit, a repackaged unit, a stronger unit. Yeah. I don't fucking know.
Sure.
How many years have we been talking about the mistreatment of this guy in the booking?
6 or so, yeah.
Why would fans ever believe in him again?
Never.
There's no reason to believe in him. He's just a loser. Like
he's a fucking loser. Yeah.
In storyline, he's just a big fat fucking loser at every turn. And it all started with Muto. Because prior to that, they would overpush him, but at least he was a winner.
Correct. He was overpushed and thrust into the spotlight before he was ready, but that's all right. They said, this is our next guy, this is our next guy, this is our next guy. And it was like, well, I don't know if he's quite ready yet. Because that was our discussion, was like, is this guy ready to be the tippy top guy in this company right now? And we ultimately were like, not really, but
his first title reign when he was a Masawa cosplayer, he absolutely was not ready. No. He was like a deer in the headlights. And then they recognized that. I think everybody agreed with that he wasn't quite ready. Then he got into the Muto program and became a Muto cosplayer. We all know what happened then. Ever since then, he's just been a fucking loser.
Yeah.
He's just surrounded by losing. Like the image you have in your head of him is him leaning against the ring apron after another fucking tag loss or something, while Team 2000X makes fun of him.
In that time period, he was the champion for like 200 days, but even then it felt like he was a loser.
It felt like a loser. He felt like a loser at every turn. Because no matter what anybody says, when you cannot definitively beat a 60-year-old crippled man
who can't walk
you
or
come
move,
across looking like, in the eyes of the fans, you're going to be a loser.
Yes.
And did they convert any of those old Muto fans who came to see his final run into sticking around to be Pro Wrestling Noah fans? No, they're all gone.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it.
They're all gone. They came to his 500 retirement matches. Those all drew.
They did. Yeah, absolutely.
They watched him beat the burgeoning young ace of the company, or go 1-1-1, whatever it was. It was awful. And instead of attempting to get Kiyomiya over by beating that guy in front of his old fan base, and maybe having those people think, oh, this is the next generation. Yeah, this guy's pretty good. We like him. He embarrassed them at every turn, and now he's gone, Muto's gone, and all of those fans are gone. None of them stuck around when Muto left. So that was just an utter and complete failure from start to finish in every single way, the Muto Kiyomiya program.
Oh, terrible. Yeah, do you remember the worst moment? The worst moment wasn't even the losses, and those were horrible. Those were awful. To me, the worst moment that I always will remember is when they brought him and Muto to Wrestle Kingdom. Remember that? It was him and Muto against, was it Tanahashi and Okada?
No, Umino was involved. No. Kiyomiya wasn't in that match. It was I think I'm confusing two different matches. There was a match where Muto came in and Shota Umino was involved, and Umino didn't he score the pin, and Muto tried to take the attention away, and Tanahashi wasn't having it. Do you remember that match? I don't think Kiyomiya was in that match.
So it looks like Wrestle Kingdom 3. Kiyomiya made his New Japan debut teaming with Keiji Muto in a losing effort to Tanahashi and Okada. Yeah, so that's the one I think I was thinking of.
Tanahashi and Okada or Tanahashi and Umino?
No, Tanahashi and Okada.
There was a match. Right, I'm conflating two different matches. There was a match that Muto was in with Shota Umino. See if you can find that one.
Let me see if I can find that one.
Because the idea was a lot of eyes would be on that match because it's Muto, it's Tanahashi, and it would help boost Umino. And Muto tried to big time him after the match and take the attention away. And Tanahashi wasn't having it. He saw what was happening. You don't remember that? We talked about it.
No, I think that we're talking about the same match, but that's the Okada Tanahashi one, because that's from Wrestle Kingdom. They did the one Wrestle Kingdom that was Noah New Japan, that Wrestle Kingdom 16 in Yokohama Arena. That's the one, I think, because I remember exactly what happens. Kiyomiya he lost or whatever, but afterwards, you're thinking he won a match. I don't know. I can't find the match that you're talking about. The match I'm talking about.
There's a 6-man tag. Hold on, I'll find it. It was.
Because I thought that was the match I was talking about, where Kiyomiya was supposed to get the stamp of approval from Tanahashi and Muto, but Muto just like bounced, and Tanahashi was like, "No, you're fucking not going anywhere," and then
no. That was the Umino match.
Okay,
that was the Umino match.
I can't find the match.
I found it. Wrestle Kingdom 17. Tanahashi, Muto, and Umino over Bushi, Sonata, and Naito.
Oh, okay. And then Kiyomiya got the win, and then there's supposed to be the stamp of approval from Tanahashi.
No Kiyomiya. No Kiyomiya. Umino won the match.
That's right. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, remember, Umino won the match.
Oh, he did it twice then.
Yes, he did it to Kiyomiya, because in this one, the whole idea of the match was Umino teaming with Tanahashi and Muto. It was symbolic. It was like, oh, he's teaming with Tanahashi and Muto, and he got the win. And then Muto tried to leave the ring early instead of endorsing him. Remember?
Yes. And Tanahashi ran after them.
Tanahashi ran after him and said, no. He wasn't going to let him, because Muto knew that if he left the ring early, the camera would follow him, the fans' eyes would follow him. Because the idea was for Tanahashi and Muto to endorse Umino after the match, and Muto wouldn't fucking do it. The guy's an asshole. Why do people like him? I don't understand. Like, he's a massive asshole. He's worse than Hulk Hogan in a lot of ways when it comes to big time and people taking advantage of situations. So it's like he completely derailed Kiyomiya, and he pulled that shit. And Tanahashi was savvy enough to see what was happening in real time.
Ran after him, yeah.
Yeah, ran after him because he's like, oh, I'm not letting him pull this.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking of with the Kiyomiya. I know something. Maybe just the losing all the time. It's probably just. I thought he did something funky in that tag match that they had. I'm trying to look it up real quickly, the one that they had at Wrestle Kingdom, but I don't remember now.
I'm pretty sure you were thinking of the Umino thing.
Yeah, no, I am. I'm trying to think of what happened. There was something annoyed me. Maybe he just had Kiyomiya took the fall or something like that instead of.
Look, there's probably a million little incidents like that.
Right. I do. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Yeah. Kiyomiya took the fall from Okada. Okada beat Kiyomiya, which, it's like, bro, you can't take that fall.
Well, the Okada-Kiyomiya stuff was
but that was
cool,
their feud. That was their feud. So that's okay. All right. That's fine. That's fine.
But again, okay, Kiyomiya getting owned by Okada in storyline is a completely different level than, because New Japan is always going to have the high ground on Noah in that scenario. And the idea from Noah, at least, would be in that scenario, all right, well, maybe he'll get some rub because he's working with the biggest star in Japan, right? Even if ultimately he comes up on the short end. It's completely inexcusable and makes no sense for Keiji Muto to just make Kiyomiya look bad at the end of the day in their long-term program. It just makes no sense when it's the end of the line for Muto. And it should be Muto's job to get the next generation over, which he had no interest in doing. No interest
in doing, yeah. He wanted to do his little retirement tour. Noah was more than happy to host his little retirement tour. And then he hosted his little retirement tour. They sold some tickets, and he went, all right, bye, and put nobody over.
And why do you think he picked Noah to do his little retirement tour?
Because he knew he could have the high ground on them.
That's the place that was going to let him just run roughshod and do whatever he wanted. Because if he knew... You don't think he would have rather have done it in New Japan?
Of course he would have. Yeah, they would have told him, fuck off. No.
But see, they wouldn't have let him run roughshod over Umino or whoever would have been in Kiyomiya's place. They would have never gone for that. And they didn't need him. So it didn't work out. He was trying to sell that retirement tour around. He would have loved to have done it in New Japan. It would have been bigger in New Japan. He did it in Noah because it was advantageous for Noah to just do whatever he wanted in exchange for those monster gates that they weren't going to draw otherwise. New Japan was going to draw with or without him. So, they weren't going to let him pull his shit. He knew that. So he did it in Noah. And he ate the kid up. And that's like our biggest victory lap of all time. Because so many people disagreed with us.
Oh, and you can't find any of those people at the search party these days.
No, you literally can't find them. And it's like, how stupid are you? You don't see what's happening here?
Right.
In real time, you can't see what's happening here. You really think this is beneficial. And now, years on, where are all those Muto fans that packed all those retirement matches? Gone. 1,200 in Korakuen last month. And Shane Haste is your world champion. Come on.
Well, from one struggling Japanese promotion to another, Dragongate's Kobe World is Monday, July 20th. I do want to check in on this because it is Kobe World. We got to watch the big Dragongate show, so I will definitely check this one out. As I said, for a more extensive preview of this show, this week's Open the Voice Gate is going to be a great option for you. They get down to it, and they do not. It's a cold promotion, and a lot of people that watch this and have supported this promotion for a while agree that things are not looking very good right now. Business-wise, things aren't looking good. Creative-wise, things aren't looking good. In-ring has been suffering. It's not been great. There's also a written preview. Liam Byrne did a written preview for us at voicesofwrestling.com and kind of echoed a lot of those same thoughts too. Madoka Kakuta versus KZ is your Dreamgate title match there, and it's pretty bad when everyone's just like, I don't know, just maybe it's time for KZ just to win the title finally. And it's like, that's where we're at. It's in 2026. It's like, the hope is that KZ can finally win the big title. I don't know. I like KZ a lot, but I don't know. I don't know if that's enough hook for me in 2026 to get excited about a Japanese wrestling promotion. Ryuya Tanaka versus Hamare is your Open the Bravegate title match. Ishin and Kato, you like those guys out of they were in All Japan. What was it, All Japan for a little while there?
They're a fine young team. Yes.
Yeah. They're facing Kota Minoura and Yuki Yoshioka, and I'm falling asleep just saying those names together, so that sounds like a bore. And then it's just kind of a bunch of dudes on the show. Kind of the other spare parts of the show, but those are your three big matches. No. But I do want to review it because I think it is the big show, and it is at least worth reviewing, but yeah.
Well, thanks for that enthralling review.
I can't do much more for you, man. I'm sorry.
Listen, I can't jump in. I don't watch.
I got nothing. Yeah, I've really tailed off in my Dragongate watching, so that's why I kind of want to watch this one to just kind of see
I think
where they've been. But
the Dragongate fans are still down on Kakuta, correct?
Correct. Yeah, he's been.
I
would
guess that they're pulling for a title change here.
Yes. Yeah. Everybody's just I guess KZ. Like I said, the prevailing thought is there's nothing else going on, so why don't we just give the title to KZ? Which again is like pretty damning in 2026 after all these generations have come and gone, and it's like I don't know, give the title to KZ or something. It's good fan service. But
I see Masakatsu fucking Funaki on the show.
Yeah, against Jiro Shimbashi, who's the like businessman, the fill-in for Stalker. Post-Stalker Ishikawa. He's like the business salary man, I guess would be the correct term for him.
What's going on with Skywalker? Is this it?
I don't know where he's. Yeah, I think so.
He's
right?
On the show.
Yeah. I forget if this is his final or he's got another final after this, but it's kind of just on the show, just kind of there on the show doing Shun Skywalker thing. So I don't know what's next for Shun. Like you've heard New Japan, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that seems pretty. Have you heard anything about Dragon Dia? I forgot to ask that about recently.
Not since the last time I heard something about him.
Okay.
Everyone thinks New Japan.
Yeah, everybody thinks New Japan, and then I heard some, because I was like, man, where the hell has he been? And then people are like, well, he's going to be the new Tiger Mask. And I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
See, now that I haven't heard.
Yeah,
I think that's more fan speculation.
Correct.
But even JCast heard that New Japan is in on him.
Okay.
Or was in on him months ago. So I thought maybe after, because you don't want to introduce new juniors during Super Juniors. Doesn't make any sense. So I thought maybe after Super Junior or after the Tiger Mask final, if he was going to do the Tiger Mask thing.
Yeah, that's why I asked, because I figured if they were ever going to do, hey, this is the new Tiger Mask, that would be the time to do it.
Nobody has ever told me that he is the new Tiger Mask. I really think that that's just fan speculation because it adds up. Like he's the right
masked
style,
wrestler, moves over,
wrestler, right size, all that stuff. So, but no one ever told me that. Now people have told me that New Japan is absolutely in on him, but no one has ever told me that he's the new Tiger Mask.
Yeah, so we'll see. But that's the state of Dragongate right now. Let's talk about two of the wrestlers going to New Japan, and KZ can win the title. So Dreamgate. You know what? Let's talk about wrestling I am excited about in Japan. This Osaka Pro Castle Festival. Have you been keeping up on Osaka fucking Pro?
I have. I watched it. They put a show out 2 weeks ago, but then I went away. So I think you reviewed it, though.
Yeah, me and Alan Forel. Alan
that
Cunahan.
Was the Suzaku over Ultimate Spider Junior title change for the light heavyweight title. Yeah, so I did. Yeah, whenever a show pops up, I immediately consume it. It's a super fun promotion to watch and follow, and it doesn't. Again, there's no pattern to when the shows are going to pop up. But yeah, they're having this Castle Festival coming up. They had just had the press conference, I think, yesterday morning.
I know in our Discord, Alan was live discussing it as it was going on. It sounded like a hell of a press conference going on there.
Yeah.
No frills. It was a table and a backdrop. That's fine. That's all you need. But yeah, they were.
Who thought that one day we would completely blow off Kobe World
to get excited about Osaka Pro Castle Festival? Yeah,
it's crazy, right?
It's wild, but we're here.
But look, Osaka Pro has been more interesting than Dragongate.
Mm-hmm.
There's just no way around it. It's been a better promotion and more interesting this year. So, I mean, it's just the way it goes, I guess. But it, the Osaka guys, the 01 Fire Festival rolled into Osaka on, I want to say July 4th or July 5th. One of those two shows. They ran back-to-back Fire Festival shows on the 4th and 5th. One of them was in Osaka. The other was in KBS Hall, the stained glass building that Dragongate runs all the time. So the Osaka show, the Osaka Pro guys worked the undercard. And if I tell you that I am refreshing this Base Neo app like every hour on the hour,
just to
waiting
see
for
when
that
it
show
shows
to
up.
pop
Yeah.
Because the matches look awesome. The undercard of that Fire Festival show, and that's
also
the
it's
next
at
one to
KBS
pop
Hall.
up.
The show you're talking about is at KBS Hall.
No, it's in Osaka. And then night 5 was then in KBS Hall.
Got it. Okay.
So night 4 of the Fire Festival in Osaka used the Osaka Pro
Got
guys.
it. I was confused. I was like, why are the Osaka guys in KBS Hall? I get it now.
No.
Okay.
I was just saying that they also ran KBS
Got
Hall.
it. I was like, well, that's a weird booking for those guys, but okay.
No.
Okay,
so
that makes sense.
That is the next show to pop up because, all right, paywall plug, I reviewed night 2 and night 3 of the Fire Festival right after I got back from Cincinnati because, of course, they uploaded them as I was like stepping on the plane to leave. I knew that was going to happen. So those reviews are behind the paywall. The next show to pop up is going to be the show on July 4th from Osaka. Did you see the undercard? I'm going to read you this undercard to this Fire Festival show.
All right.
Quiet Storm versus Daishi Hashimoto.
Hell yes.
Okay. Then Masato Tanaka and Yuki Toki versus Aran Sano and Sho Mizuno.
Oh my God. Yes.
How good does that sound?
Aran Sano and Masato Tanaka
in the same ring.
Oh, yeah. Please.
And then a 3-way tag, the Kubota brothers.
Your guys.
With Brian versus Brian Ishizaka and Takuya Sugawara versus Ryuya Matsufusa and Suzaku, also of Veritex. So the two Veritex teams worked the Osaka show in 01. That undercard, and then there's 4 Fire Festival matches. I mean, I cannot wait for this fucking show.
I want to see more Osaka Pro 01 combinations. That'd be a great. I don't want to combine the companies because that would take some of what makes both those companies great. Right. But if they had more joint shows, that fucking rocks. Because like Aran Sano mixing up with Masato Tanaka, you just told me that, right? And I'm like, I need to have that match. That match must be. We need a singles match of Masato Tanaka versus Sano at some point.
Yeah,
we have to.
Yeah, and then the next night they were in KBS Hall, and Violento Jack hopped back into 01 for that one. So I mean, so some interesting stuff going on. Did you see who worked on night? Hold on, I got to pull this up. We're going to talk about this Osaka Pro in a second. Jack Kennedy returned too.
Oh my God.
Night 2 of the Fire.
I knew Jack Kennedy, and you
all
were
the
not.
Stars,
and you are not. Jack Kennedy, there he is. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he worked night 2. So it's nice to see these guys pop up when they go to these different cities where these guys are based.
Kennedy, yeah.
So, all right. So let's talk about this Osaka Pro.
Yeah. So the problem is we might never see this show. That is the only issue with Osaka Pro is it's like
you never know. We might
never
see
know.
We might not see it.
Yeah, I wanna be hopeful that we're gonna see it, but you'd never fucking know with Osaka Pro. So we could get all excited about the Castle Festival, and it never shows up. But your main event for your Osaka Pro Wrestling Championship, Masufasa.
What the hell are you talking about? Matsufusa.
Why did I call him Matsufasu? Yes.
Versus Aran Sano.
Yeah, it was. Did you watch that Osaka match or no?
I did. I watched the whole show.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I talked with Alan about it. I watched it with the closed captions on auto translate, and it was fucking awesome. So these guys are they're in a tag team. They win a match, and then after the match, Sano's like, "Yeah, all right. Like I did everything in that match, and he was a beast in that match. He was fucking great in that match." So he sees this guy, and he's like, "Look, pal, you're the champ. I need that belt. Yes, we're in a unit. Yes, we're buddies, but I need that belt. If I'm in this company, I can't not be the champion. If I think I'm the best guy in this company, I need that belt." And Matsufusa's like, "All right, yeah, let's do it, man. Because if I'm the best guy in the company, I have to defend the title." And I'm like, "Oh my God, my heart."
It's just pro wrestling.
My heart. He's still my heart. Sano just being like, "Bro, we're friends, but like, you got the top belt, and I need that belt." And Matsufusa's like, "Yeah, all right. I get it."
Very simple.
Yeah, if I want to be the top of the company, I have to defend the belt. So sure, let's have a match. And they shake on it and they have a match. It's like, there we go. And I'm fucking, how excited are you? Sano just blitzes through this tag match and then looks at the guy and goes, "All right, brother, you and me, let's fucking go." And then we're done.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Now, like Roman Reigns telling Seth Rollins, "You got pushed in 2022."
Right.
You were.
"I'll never be what you are, but I've done I've done most of what you've done, even though I never was the guy." And it's like, what is this? What are we watching?
That's because Paul Levesque, who runs things now, handpicked you. Like, what are we doing? What is this?
"I never drew as much money as you drew." And it's like, what?
Yeah,
who cares? Who would ever get into this match for these fucking dorks?
Is Russo booking this now? Like, what is going on? It's crazy. But this is just, I think I'm better than you. I just buzzsawed these guys in this match, and I want a title match. The other guy's like, "All right, you could have one." And here we are. So, and now you're all fired up for it. Of course.
It'll never appear. We'll never be able to watch it. But
hopefully it'll pop up. You never know.
Yeah. So then Osaka Pro tag titles. Taka Yukita and Ultimate Spider versus Toru and Shu Asakawa.
Yeah,
so
the
that's
Rogue Nation guys.
Yeah. So I like that. Ultimate Spider, he loses the junior title, and he's like, whatever. Yeah, I got the tag titles. I'm good. Move on. So, we'll see. I would assume that they win that, but we'll see. Then Suzaku versus Usera. So another Rogue Nation guy there for the light heavyweight championship. So Suzaku recently wins that title.
First
defends
title
it against,
defense, I think. Yeah. Unless he might have had one in somewhere in between.
Yeah, I don't keep up with like the house show schedule for Osaka Pro, but but the rest of the show is like whatever. I mean, then you got some comedy matches up and down the card, but I am interested in the team of Zeus, Billy Ken Kid, Tsubasa, and Shima.
Yeah. You know what's funny though?
Awesome.
Is Shima, remember he popped up months ago?
Yeah.
And then he just disappeared. He just disappeared. So here he is, months later. They're finally paying that off.
Yeah.
Like he just randomly showed up, didn't do anything, and now he's back. So I thought maybe Shima'd and something happened there, and they decided not to use him. But
it's possible.
Here we are.
It's possible he did, and then they decided to let cooler heads prevail. But at least that main event. The main event is going to be pretty awesome. I'm very excited. I mean, that if that does drop, that is a match that could really be like a match of the year level contender from Osaka Pro, because those guys have done that before. I mean, Matsufusa, he's been, I forget what it was last year. He had a match. Was it last year or 2 years ago? He had a match that was in like the top 100. I forget exactly where it landed, but yeah,
Sano's awesome. I think
Sano rocks. Sano rocks.
He got jobbed in the 30 under 30.
I do feel bad about that now. Yeah, having watched him a little bit more, it's pretty shocking that he didn't.
I'd have him in the top 30. I think he got jobbed out in that. I think he should have, I think he's in that blob of honorable mentions, but it's look, no one's watching this shit. You never know when the shows pop up. But I do think, look, it's, over the years you try and to keep up with it. We have tried, and it just, the footage is never out there. This year, they put a couple shows out early in the year, and they were really good, so we stuck with it. So if something's really good, we're going to keep watching it. We're always on the hunt for stuff that's good. And this has been good. So we'll keep paying attention to it as long as it's good. And
a lot of good young wrestlers, too, in this company that I would really love. Like Matsufusa, he's like 25, 24. Sano's 22, 23. Yeah. I mean, that's exciting. It's exciting to watch the next generation. You know, and you put them in big spots, and they have good performances. It's weird, and the crowd gets into it. It's very crazy. It's very, very crazy. But yeah,
everybody works so hard in this.
Yeah, and that's the thing. If you go listen to Flagship Plus, Alan and I did this last week. Talked about Osaka Pro, Kyushu Pro. But yeah, he had a lot of strong thoughts about Osaka Pro and just how cool it is that it's just this home promotion, and these wrestlers all give a shit, and the fans all care, and there's just a certain element that's just so fun to watch this show and watch these guys because they're you know for. Land of, I said this on the show, like Land of Misfit Toys isn't the right way to put it. They're all very talented guys. It's just for one reason or another, they're not in the big promotions. They don't want to be.
Look.
Yeah, and some guys just want to be in Osaka. They don't really want to travel. Yeah, their size isn't quite there. Their look isn't quite there. There's a number of different reasons.
They have good jobs.
Yeah, but they're all
of wrestling.
I mean, they're all up and down the show. There are great pro wrestlers up and down the show. It's just hard. They're just in Osaka for whatever reason.
Even Suzaku, who won their junior tag tournament last year in 2025 in a really good performance throughout that tournament. I covered that last year because it was one of the few shows that popped up. You know, he's a Dragongate trained guy.
Yeah.
You know, and it didn't work out there. And then he bounced around in a lot of different places and kind of has settled in Osaka Pro last year. And it's primarily where he works now over the last 2 years. And they just put the junior light heavy, whatever they call their junior title, is a light heavyweight. Light heavyweight. Yeah, and they just put that belt on him, and so they've done a nice long-term push with him. And this year they planted the seeds for Taida, who is kind of on the undercard on this show, but he did the big turn at the beginning of the year, and he's a guy who the kids and the women who come to these shows really love, and they get behind him. He's got a great crowd connection, and he's probably the next guy who over the course of the next year or two is going to get that Suzaku push. Yeah. You could see it coming a mile away, So, and Aran Sano, I mean, he's probably going to be the ace at some point. I mean, because he's immensely talented. You watch him wrestle and you're just like, in a promotion full of really solid workers, he still manages to stand out as the best of the bunch. He's really fucking good. So it's just an interesting promotion to watch. And because it's such a small, tight-knit roster, it's easy to follow too. And you watch a couple shows and you're like, you get every
the entire roster and you know the vibes of every guy.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just, in a way, it's almost an advantage that you don't get a ton of shows popping up because then it becomes low effort to follow too. And you almost look forward to it when it does pop up.
Like, when you see that, like I see that little logo and I'm like, excited. Oh yeah, Osaka Pro, let's fucking go. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if shows were popping up every week, it might be too much. And it's just like another promotion where it's like, you're feeling obligated to keep up with it, as opposed to now when a show pops up, you get instantly excited and it goes to the top of your queue of what you're watching that week.
Yes, we'll see. I'm fingers crossed. I'm very hopeful because they've been pretty good about uploading their big shows
Maybe
this year.
Maybe a fan will tape it because they have a policy where if you go to one of their shows, you're welcome to film it and upload it. That's their policy. So there's a couple house shows from earlier in the year that are on YouTube uploaded by randoms. And if you put those, like you talked, the closed captioning, if you put that on, at the start of the show, you could hear the ring announcer saying, you're welcome to film this. Like, they don't care. So there's always that possibility, too. Like, if this isn't going to officially hit tape, maybe some fucking fan will upload it.
Yeah, that works.
Who knows?
That's fine with me. I'll take that.
Yeah.
But if someone's got an Ian and Osaka Pro, let them know. We would like to see this Castle Festival. We're dying to see the Castle Festival. We need something.
Send the tape.
Yeah, send the tape. We need something in professional wrestling to get us excited. All right, let's go to Europe here real quick, and then we'll finish out with America. Europe, RevPro Summer Sizzler. This Saturday, Summer Sizzler 2026, Saturday, July 18th as well. RevPro Undisputed British Heavyweight Championship, Michael Oku versus Leon Slater is your main event of Summer Sizzler. Strap match, JJ Gale versus David Francisco. Shaw Samuels versus Man Like DeReese. Jay Joshua versus Leon Cage. And I think there's another tag match as well. Ian Hamilton let me know about that. Let me try to see if I can get the exact match that was. Because believe it or not, it was very hard to figure out what this card is because Modern Wrestling, we can't just have a card available anywhere. So.
Yeah, I haven't been locked in the RevPro. I'm going to bring this up every time we talk about them, though. Didn't Michael Oku sign with AEW? What the fuck is going on? I feel like he's been saying this for a year.
I know.
I could swear he signed with AEW, and they're just, I don't know, maybe just Tony doesn't know when to start him. I don't know what's going on, but he's still the champ over there. And I guess, with it feels like TNA is kind of, downcycling Leon Slater as they expect to lose him soon. So I don't know what the hell's going to happen there. If Leon Slater ultimately is choosing AEW, him winning the RevPro title isn't impossible because they're kind of like aligned. Tony has a good relationship with them. If he's going to WWE, then there's no way that he's beating Oku for the title. So I don't know if people want to read into that result as to where Leon Slater might be headed, but he's probably not going to be with TNA much longer. And isn't there another produce coming up? Man like DeReese just reminded me of that.
Tyga Style might be happening today as we speak.
Oh, is that today? Okay.
I think so, yeah.
All right, so there's a hot new produce dropping today. All right.
I'm uninterested about that. You can have fun with that. So,
well, I didn't
tomorrow.
love the first show, but
Tyga Style is tomorrow.
All right.
Oh my God, there's so many matches on the show. What are we? Do we need
so many matches? When
when
I reviewed the first, that was my point.
Oh my God, 1, 2, including a battle royal. Oh my God, one of these matches is a battle royal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 matches. There's a battle royal, a 6-man tag, a 6-man tag, and an 8-man tag. What are we doing?
Burning money.
Great. Have fun with that, produce guy. Orange Crush guy, have fun with that. But good Lord.
It's for the workers. Let me see. Tyga Style. Yeah, that is tomorrow, isn't it? There's a lot of wrestlers on
Look
the show.
at how many people are on this card.
I mean, that looks so intimidating to watch. I'm
not watching. Fuck that. Yeah, that's one of those videos you hit play and it's like 4:48 on the video and you're like, fuck off. I'm not watching this.
Oh, shit. Adrian Quest, a.k.a. Young Fuego, who does not play. He got booked.
Are they flying Adrian Quest from...
It's the same Adrian Quest. It's the same guy. It has to be. How many Adrian Quests are running around?
Probably not many, yeah. They're
Pull it up. Championship Wrestling from Hollywood?
No, I know it. No, it is the same guy. I'm just wondering. I'm hypothetically asking if I am a independent wrestling promotion that is running a show at White Eagle Hall in New Jersey.
In Jersey City.
Do I need to fly Adrian Quest with the current tickets of flights? Must I fly Adrian Quest in for one of 9 matches against man like DeReese? I don't think so. No offense to Young Fuego who does not play Adrian Quest. Like I don't think so. I think I'm gonna try to keep the cost down a little bit and say, hey, who's in the area? Who can come?
Let's be okay. Hold on. Cool your jets. Let's be fair. Let's see where Adrian Quest, a.k.a. Young Fuego, who does not play, has been let's see where he's been working lately. Maybe he moved to the East Coast. He wrestled on, here you go. He wrestled on July 11th in Baldwin Park, California. So he still lives in California. There you go. So your point stands, sir.
Right. All of this, I'm looking at his cage match. California, 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 Las Vegas, Las Vegas, California, 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 Las Vegas, California, 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 California.
All right,
California,
sir.
California, 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 California,
Point
California.
taken.
I'm trying to find any time. Portland. He went to Portland. How do you think about that?
Okay.
So.
I'm sure he drove.
Yeah,
Now,
he decided to get in a carpool and drove to Portland. Yeah.
As a fan, should this matter to you?
No.
Johnny Robbie's working the show.
Yeah, maybe they flew together.
Maybe they drove cross country together.
Johnny Robbie and Adrian Quest are...
Because she's West Coast, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, now wait, we might be on to something here. Who else is on this fucking show? Let's see.
I'm going to find other West Coast guys that are on this show. Let's see.
Yeah. I don't see any. I just those two. I think
Steve Macklin's just in the battle royal. It's just
so weird, right? Like Magic Ticket Battle Royal.
I'm seeing Adrian Quest and I'm seeing Johnny Robbie as far as
Dark Sheik. Isn't Dark Sheik a West Coast wrestler?
I don't know where Dark Sheik is based.
I'm pretty sure Dark Sheik is a West Coast wrestler. So that's 3.
That's all I got. And
in terms
of people that are very clearly California wrestlers.
Fred Rosser?
Oh, yeah. Fred's probably from his New Japan Dojo days.
Yeah, mostly West Coast. Yeah, for Rosser. That's a full car, full cross-country ride. There's no way they drove. There's no way they drove.
No.
There's not a chance. That's some car. Fred Rosser, Dark Sheik, Adrian Quest, and Johnny Robbie.
Right.
Who gets the aux cord?
Man, because the problem is Robbie's like a 22-year-old woman, so whatever she plays, Rosser's going to hate.
Dark Sheik's got to be 40.
Yeah, Dark Sheik's definitely 40. So like
definitely
Rosser and Dark Sheik are in the back seat with headphones on. And Johnny Robbie and Adrian Quest, they could probably vibe on the same music, I'd say. So yeah, Rosser's playing like Perfect Gentleman on the car.
He's got to be in his 40s too. Though,
right. He's playing Perfect Gentleman and New Edition and Al Be Sure, and the others are just like, what is this? He's like, this is music right here. Yeah.
This is a music. Packed card, man. Oh my God, is a packed.
It doesn't have to be this way. Why is it this way? So yeah, I'm never watching this shit. This is one of these because what was that first one? You watched the first one. How long was that first produce?
Well over 3 hours.
Yeah, I'm good.
But that's counting the concerts, the 2 concerts from the.
I don't know who the performance.
There's going to be music. There's music at every show. I think.
Oh, cool, great.
Caprice Coleman and Ultra Mantis Black on commentary.
Comms. Yeah.
They dug up Ultra Mantis Black from wherever he's been.
All right, let's see who the concert for. I'm going to see if I can see the concert for.
It can't be any worse than the concert on the first show.
So who was the first guy? What was it?
Oh God, I forgot. He's like a movie director, producer. He's like 75 years old.
What?
Yes.
It's very strange.
Let's see if I can find that.
Do these guys have like a website or anything, or is that asking too much to get the card here? Let's see. Pros Volume 2. Event Tim. Now I'm at an event website. Yeah, I'm not. Okay. Well, I don't know.
At the Octopus was the.
Yeah, I don't know who the musical act is for Produce number 2.
They don't maybe don't have one for Produce Volume 2.
Yeah, no, I think they do. I just don't know who it is.
Oh, Abel Ferrara was the music act.
Abel Ferrara. I don't know anything about Abel Ferrara.
His band. Yeah, he's like 80 years old. He's a filmmaker /
Why would anybody want to watch him do a concert at a wrestling show?
Well, because it's the whole idea behind Produce is like is art house wrestling. Like, so it's where wrestling meets art meets
Nobody
music.
Wants concerts at their fucking wrestling show.
I agree.
Just wrestle.
Was awful. I completely agree. Yeah, it was really bad. There is a musical act on one of the shows coming up because I saw it. Now I can't remember who it was. But I guess Lee Moriarty didn't book a musical act.
I don't know. I can't find it, and I don't care enough to keep looking. So,
well, there's plenty of action on this one. I don't know if they need the band necessarily. This is a long fucking show. We're getting that Mance Warner Mad Dog Connolly match with Nick Gage as the special enforcer.
Yeah.
Where they shot the angle at the first show. I only brought this up because Man Like DeReese does a heel routine in this promotion, managed by Julius Smokes.
Okay.
So we were looking at the RevPro show, and I saw Man Like DeReese on there.
So is he coming out rapping, or is he all business in pro?
No, so they did a backstage segment where he was lamenting how he wins a lot and he does great in Europe, but he can't seem to pick up many wins in the U.S. Right, and he's like depressed. And then his phone lights up, and it's a phone call from Julius Smokes.
Oh, you got to take that one.
So he took the call, and now Julius Smokes is his manager, and he's leading him to greatness in America. Like, that's the storyline.
Okay.
So he was managed by Julius Smokes. He wrestled Rich Swann, and they attacked him before the bell, and then Smokes was cheating throughout the match. He's a heel in produce managed, and he has a heel manager. So that's kind of the deal. So they're continuing that, I guess, with this Adrian Quest match.
Mm-hmm.
Did I talk you into watching Produce Volume 2?
Not at all.
During our RevPro preview? I didn't.
During our hot RevPro preview for Shaw Samuels versus Man Like DeReese. But there you go.
I love Beast Man versus Marco Stunt. The old school biggest guy in the locker room versus the smallest guy in the locker room.
Yeah, you got to give it up. There are elements of this produce that I really do enjoy, and I like how the cards look, but they're just too GCW and they're too long. Like, you could lop off half these dudes. I don't want to see any of these guys. Like, half this roster is like GCW regulars. I'm good on all those guys. You don't need any of them.
At the Octopus, Volume 1, the show was so long that basically a Game Changer show broke out during the produce show. Like, there was like a solid 90 minutes that was just Game Changer matches, like matches you could see on any Game Changer show, which it's going to be hard to beat the orange GCW allegations when you're basically doing Game Changer matches with Game Changer talent, and it's going to be tricky. And if Nick Gage is like your commissioner or whatever. Because what they do is they have like yellow cards and red cards.
Which I appreciate that. They're trying something a little different. That's cool.
So if you get the 2 yellows or a red, Nick Gage comes out, and then you got to deal with him.
Do they play the whole music? Does he get the whole the whole pomp and circumstance? Okay, yeah.
He looks good. He looks healthy.
I've seen him recently. Yeah, he looks really good.
He looked really good. So hopefully he's turning his life around, because he looked really healthy. He looked as healthy as ever on the show. But that's how they got to Mance Warner and Mad Dog Connolly. The tag match broke down, and they got the yellow cards, and then Gage came out, cursed at them, and then said, "You're gonna have a fucking match at Produce Volume 2, and I'm the special enforcer," all that shit. So they got some little gimmicks and hooks. But this looks like it's going to be just as long as Volume 1, which isn't a good thing.
Yeah, that's not positive. Yeah.
We could be whatever. Can't we just have like a 6-match show? A 6-match show?
Find 6 of your top singles matches and put them out there. Yeah.
You don't need a car from Southern California. You don't. Use them when you're in California, right? Like, go to California and use Dark Chic to your heart's content. Why do we need all these people on a show in Jersey City? I don't know.
Whatever. Not my money, but I think it'd make your shows a little bit better. But hey,
Where are you on Produce versus Produce?
I call it Produce, but I don't know why.
Yeah. I don't know why either. I call it Produce and have no idea.
It could be Produce, and it probably should be Produce, but I call it Produce.
It should be Produce. I will say
when did we decide that? Yeah, when did we all decide Japanese wrestling shows had to be Produce and not
Produce?
Produce.
And now as a result, we call this Produce. Like, we're not buying a head of lettuce. Why are we calling it Produce?
Yeah, Produce makes much more sense, but to me, I would never call it.
I would never say Produce.
Yeah.
I say Produce like I'm buying apricots. It doesn't make any sense. Like I'm going to the farmer's market. But I'm on team Produce, even though I should be saying Produce.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't sound right.
Now, Veda Scott was doing in-ring interviews. She was calling it Produce.
Okay.
She is not falling into the Produce trap.
Okay.
But Walker Stewart and Tom Lawlor were saying Produce. And she was saying Produce.
We got to have Orange Crush guys got to come out and lay down the law once and for all.
Arrogant,
what is it?
Nasty Orange Crush guy on Twitter has to put his foot down and tell us what it's called.
He's calmed down a little bit. There was a week there where it was like, brother, you need to log off.
Yeah,
it seems like he has, or nobody's talking about it anymore, which is good. Either way, it's probably for the better. Because it was that was a rough week where it's like, brother, just please, for the God's sakes, log off.
Don't need to respond to every reply guy. Right. You know, just put on your little shows. Not little. Put on your enormously, egregiously bloated shows and just log off, please. Absolutely. But he needs to be proactive here and let us know if it's produce or produce.
Yes, thank you.
I would like to know definitively what to call Produce Volume 2 Tiger Style.
Produce Volume 2 Tiger Style.
Produce.
It doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound right. I don't like it.
Doesn't sound right. No. It's produce. Doesn't sound right.
Nah.
When I say the word, like if I say I'm going to produce some results, I say produce.
Of course.
When I say I'm going to the farmer's market, I say I'm going to get some produce.
Yeah, not produce. I'm going to go to the farmer's market and get
produce.
Apricots and other produce.
Yeah, I'm going to go maybe some arugula, maybe a nice broccoli or something. But it's like in life, I'm saying the word properly in the right context. But in wrestling, I say produce for some reason. And like you just said, I don't know why either. I've just always said produce.
Well, that's RevPro Summer Sizzler. Timestamp that. Enjoy that, timestampers. Do we want to watch RevPro? Like, do I want that? I don't know.
Oh God, the two cans and a string commentary.
Can we watch and say, hey, has RevPro production gotten any better? And the answer, I'm guessing, is going to be no. But what the fuck? How does it sound like this? Terrible.
Oh God.
Terrible. But
are they piggybacking all in? Do we know yet?
Yeah, they are. They are. I don't think it's doing well though. What is their? Yeah, let me see if their show, if they have their show lineup ready for that.
Tony will help them out.
Oh yeah.
Someone will show up.
Yeah,
they're there anyway. Why not?
They're there. Yeah. They have right now
August 30th.
Yeah.
Or 29th. No, to run the 4th anniversary show. 29th.
Yep. We got Zack Sabre Jr. versus Jay Joshua and the Young Guns, Luke Jacobs and Ethan Allen versus FTR. So he's helped him out a little bit already.
Oh yeah.
Giving him FTR. Zach's in the house. That's nice.
What's this building? This OVO Arena?
OVO Arena Wembley. I'm not sure. Sounds big, but it's probably not that
Pull
big.
it up. How many
Let's
people
see.
can you fit in there? OVO Arena.
Oh, it's just like a little concert venue, it looks like. Oh, no, it's a pretty big arena. No, it's a pretty hefty arena.
12,000 seat facility
Yeah,
from what I'm seeing here.
Ruh-roh.
All right.
Ruh-roh.
A little aggressive. Maybe text
a little
MJF, see what he's up to.
Yeah, maybe a little bit more than Zack Sabre Jr. and Jay Joshua on that show.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm guessing plenty of tickets are still available for that. So
yeah.
Shit.
All right.
Well, good luck with that. Progress is running that weekend too.
Not the OVO Arena.
No, at the Electric Ballroom. Save the dates. Remember Progress Wrestling? It's hilarious.
I do.
Yeah.
Didn't someone just buy it?
Yeah. What's it?
Somebody funny bought it.
Yeah, like Sarah Logan and like fucking right? Is it Sarah Logan and Ray Rowe or whatever that bought it?
Is that who bought it? Is that really who bought it?
One sec. Are they the people that bought it? No, I don't remember. No, I don't think it's them. Who bought Progress? Let's see. It's somewhere in that vein.
It's someone funny. I don't think it's
who bought
them.
Progress Wrestling. Yeah, let's get to the bottom of this. Big Damo Nikki Cross. It's the yes.
Okay.
It's very similar approximation. Like
Fair.
very, very similar. No, it's Nikki Cross and Big Damo bought Progress.
Well, that sounds like a healthy investment.
And Defy Wrestling. They bought two thriving independent wrestling promotions. So
Matt Farmer learned from the Welch family.
yeah, here you go. It's all yours. Hey, Matt Farmer knows his wrestling history for sure.
Yes, he does.
So, yep. He's like, hey,
no one will ever deny that.
Here you go.
Oh God! Did he hot shot the territory before he started taking offers?
Good for him. Good for Matt.
Well, I hope Big Damo, for his sake, isn't running the Wembley OVO Arena with Gene Money on top. I hope that's
not going to put 12,000 seats.
I don't think Gene Money is going to fill the place with his fucking tit tape. Man. Ray Rowe and Sarah Logan.
They're too busy dressing like or like fucking Vikings and shit, so they don't have time for that.
Do you remember about 15 years ago when I matched on Tinder with Ray Rowe's ex-wife at an indie show that Ray Rowe was wrestling on?
Did you swipe?
Yes, we matched. She was. I'm on Tinder. This is the Tinder Mahal days. I'm at the indie show. I think it was an NWA Houston show or something. And he's wrestling on the show, and I'm just swiping through a match, right? And she used to be like his valet, like his ex-wife or girlfriend, whatever she was. And she comes up on my Tinder feed, and I'm like, what? And it was like less than 1 mile away, like in the
she's there.
So I had to swipe, right? I swiped and it's a match. Like the thing pops up. I'm like, and then I'm like, hold on, is Ray Rowe gonna beat the shit out of me like imminently? Like, am I in trouble here? Like, should I have not done that? Nothing came of it. I think I unmatched out of fear. Because I'm like, wait, they're in
like a stooge test? Is like Ray's trying to see who's matching with his wife and go out and beat their asses? Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know. This feels fishy. Like, I don't know. And yeah, I guess I could tell that story now because it's so long ago. And
they got like 2 kids now. Yeah, they're good. They're
long since moved on with a new woman, right? Like this other lady. I don't know where the fuck she could be. To be clear, it was not Sarah Logan. It was his previous.
Yes.
Squeeze, whatever she was. Husband, wife. I only told one person in real time. That was Biss, of course.
Yes,
I'm
of
like,
course,
hey, I
course.
think I just matched with Ray Rowe's wife on Tinder.
What did Biss advise you to do? Probably.
I don't remember. Probably,
right?
Probably, hey man, brother. I would think I would unmatch her, brother.
Yeah, that sounds fishy. I don't know. That doesn't sound very good.
That was probably his advice.
Biss is a very cautious man, so I think he would be like, I don't like the looks of that. I don't think that's a good idea. Yeah.
He knows how to handle phone-based scandals. Let's just put it that way. So, this show's so off the rails.
I love it. It's great. But you want us to earnestly talk about RevPro? No, fucking curious. Yeah. All right, let's get to America here. Let's get this thing on track with American pro wrestling. All right, Saturday night's main event is coming up this Saturday from Madison Square Garden. 10,000 tickets out for MSG. Setup of 12,000. Definitely could put more there in MSG, but 10,000 out. We got no disqualification. JD McDonough versus Danhausen. Bailey versus Lyra Valkyria. Now, Joe, have you seen the state of the Lyra Valkyria character?
Yes.
Have you seen what? So, after 2.5 years of them, can they coexisting? One of Paul Levesque's 6 ideas. Turns out they cannot coexist, but he does this swerve all the time. It's not the one you thought was going to turn. This whole time you thought it was Bailey that was going to turn. No, you're wrong. It's Lyra Valkyria that's going to turn. And now after a week of turning on Bailey, she is apparently homeless and addicted to heroin or something. What the fuck happened here? She was like a normal looking woman, and now she showed up on Raw, and her hair was all disheveled. Her clothes were in tatters and with holes in them. She was scratching herself. Like, what the fuck did we? She's Billy Kidman, Flock era Billy Kidman. All of a sudden, what are we doing here? What is this? It's absurd. She's spooky too. There's a little spooky element to it as well.
Definitely spooky. Levesque loves spooky.
He does love spooky women.
Well, at first I thought it was just very lazy Levesque, just doing the same feud, but flipping the heel face alignments.
Right. Which he loves to do.
And actually, that is exactly what it is, except now one of them is spooky. So he did add a little
spooky heroin addict.
So now the former bird is now a spooky. Yeah, I don't know what she is. A derelict, a drifter.
A drifter. Yeah. You got to call Elijah back there and get him get some Elias in there. But
hobo. Is she a hobo? I don't know.
She appears homeless. Yeah, she appears to have really gone very quickly on hard times. Like all she had to do was turn on Bailey, and apparently no longer could shower or wear clothes. that are clean or don't have holes in them. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it went so bad so fast for Lyra Valkyria, but you'd hope that the company would have her best interests in mind and would not let her go out there if she's in no condition to perform, given her recent heroin addiction that she's picked up. But there you go. Brie Bella and Paige versus Fatal Influence. Oh man, a main event in any building, including not here in Madison Square Garden, I don't think. Fallon Henley and Lainey Reed going for the women's tag titles against Brie Bella and Paige.
I can't believe Brie Bella and Paige have lasted this long.
I really thought, I thought we were just going to kind of do a quick little thing and move on, but yeah, they are still the fucking tag champions. And then CM Punk.
I feel like Fatal Influence has had more members than Lynch Mob. I mean,
no,
they just cycle them in and out.
Fatal, no. You're thinking of Toxic Attraction. No, Fatal Influence has always been the same. It's been JC Jane, Fallon Henley, and Lainey Reed since day one. Now, Jasmine Nix was also a part of Fatal Influence. Yeah.
Well, I consider them in the Toxic Attraction tree. I mean, it's
okay.
It's,
all right.
This is like Jefferson Airplane and Jefferson Starship and Starship. Right. It's all the same faction.
It's a Toxic Attraction coalition. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they morphed into Fatal Influence, and they've had like 9 different members between the two.
It's fair.
So
it's fair. CM Punk and Cody versus Gunther and Sami Zayn. Gunther can continue his feud with old general managers, and this company's rough.
I don't think we ever talked about Punk beating Sammy for the belt.
Oh, we didn't. We did not. No, let's do it.
How did we miss that?
Well, you were gone. Yeah, you were gone. That's why.
What are your thoughts on CM Punk beating Sammy? Isn't
it
amazing how that title is just an afterthought on the show?
Who cares?
Like, what is there to talk about?
Yeah, what do you want me to say? Yeah, he beat him. He's healthy. CM Punk looking very healthy in his
You talk about a guy taking his vitamins and clanging and banging.
Yeah, oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of chicken, brown rice, and broccoli in that man's diet right now. Because
that is absolutely what a 50-year-old man looks like. Because he works out hard.
A lot of shoulders. Yeah.
Yeah. Listen. What about the idea that they wanted to jump the gun on Omega's title win?
I could buy that.
Suck some of the juice out of it.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that in Cincinnati. What do you think of that?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I think there's part of that. But it also feels like it was a fitting title switch because it felt like Sammy was just going to be a transitional champion anyway.
We know he wasn't a real champion.
Yeah, so that's where it's like I don't think he was going to have this title for more than 2 weeks. So
you were right then.
Yeah, he didn't have it for more than 2 weeks. But I don't know. I see your theory, but I feel like this was going to happen no matter what.
Yeah. It feels like this was
they were
going to
be in Chicago no matter what, and they were going to bring Punk back in Chicago no matter what, and he was going to probably win that title no matter what. So.
And they didn't want him to beat Cody directly because they're going to feud now, and Sami Zayn was he's the Iron Sheik, he's Stan Stasiak.
Yep,
basically is what you're saying.
Yeah.
But
Punk's still he's out there on Instagram. Just posting all the time.
It's posting wine mom memes.
Despite earlier this week, I think on Steph. Was he on Steph's podcast?
Yes, he was.
What's your take, or what's Steph's show called? Who's your daddy? What's Steph? No, it's not Who's Your Daddy. What's Steph's
What
take?
Say You? Is it called What Say You? It should be. She would say that. I could hear her saying that. What say you?
Yeah, what's your story? Sorry, what's your story with
what's your story?
Steph McMahon?
Okay. Yes.
Not Steph.
Gracias. Hosted by Steph McMahon. Yeah. It should be called Gracias.
Call me Steph.
Yeah.
As she tells everybody they could leave 5 minutes early on a holiday weekend. She comes to everybody on a Friday before 4th of July, goes, if you're all done with your work, you can leave a little early. It's at 4:55. Right. It's like, thanks, Steph.
If you're done with your work.
Right, of course. Always the caveat, if you're done with your work.
It should be called Flour Tortillas, Please, with Steph.
With Steph, right. Ooh, I'll have the combo fajitas. Is that steak, chicken, and shrimp? Oh my, yes. I'll have that.
So anyway, he was on. Steph.
Yeah, and he was like, I don't even have Twitter. I don't have anything. I'm not even online. This is like, all right, dude. All right.
Yeah,
I gotta find the exact quote. It was knowing the quote about it. Just like,
yeah,
brother,
dude, no one is buying this. You're listening to this show right now. I mean, who are you kidding?
I gotta find the quote. It's so good. All right. All right. So on What's Your Story with Steph, he said, "This is why I don't fuck with social media. These are like AI generated. These are fake quotes. Seth did not tweet this. Becky did not tweet this. I'm in the business of toying with people's emotions. So if someone's going to read that, they're going to believe it. That helps. I don't even know what he said. Okay, that's not the exact. I'm trying to find the quote about. I can't find the aggregators came and helped me here.
Yeah, the one time you need their help.
I know. It's like he's like I'm not even on. The AJ has to show me.
Yeah, the point is he claims he's not on social media.
Right.
Meanwhile, he's sending out on Instagram wine mom memes constantly. I mean, just the worst wine mom memes. Punk's next meme that he sends out on the gram is going to be, if you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best.
With Marilyn Monroe in the background.
Yes. I mean, that's the level of meme that this guy is
It's
pumping
pretty bad,
out.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, the aggregators are no help here, so whatever. Yeah,
we get the idea. We understand what you're getting at. We're picking up what you're laying down.
Yeah. I think he's online. I think
very online.
I think Phil might be online.
One of the most online wrestlers.
Very online. Yeah, very.
Yeah.
Very online. Oh, also on Saturday night's main event, Jalen Brunson will join Roman Reigns in the ring.
All right.
So tune into the Peacock for all that.
Well, I mean, I don't look 10,000 tickets to MSG for Saturday night's main event. That doesn't sound very good, does it?
No, it does not. Which leads me to my next topic: SummerSlam. Have you been checking in on the SummerSlam? How is this not the biggest story in wrestling? I wasn't even going to talk about it last week, but then somebody in the chat room was like, if you need some extra topics, like what about SummerSlam? And I was like, oh yeah, let me look at the SummerSlam tickets. Oh my God, like on the air, you can hear me live react to these. Saturday. So last week, the tickets distributed per WrestleTix for SummerSlam Saturday was 22,069. This week, 22,526.
Bad.
So they've sold 500 additional tickets to SummerSlam, which is coming up in a couple of weeks here, setting up the U.S. Bank Stadium, where the fucking Vikings play.
Yeah.
For under 30,000, 29,000 they're setting it up for, and they're not even really that close to that 29,000.
Wasn't this Minneapolis make good for not getting Mania after they said they were getting Mania?
Yes, I think it was one of those, yes.
Yeah, it was the make good.
Right.
When they decided, you know what? No, we're just going to go to Las Vegas every year.
You're right. Las Vegas is going to pay us. Oh, wait, the Saudis are paying us. Now we're going there instead. Yeah, the Saudi one was New Orleans, and then they said, sorry, we're going to New Orleans. And I think, I think the second Las Vegas one was supposed to be Minneapolis, and they just said, oh, sorry, we're just going to go to Las Vegas again. Sunday, even worse. Sunday was 21,731 last week. It is now 22,111. Again, setting up for under 30,000 for both nights.
There's a legitimate race between the two-night SummerSlam and Wembley of what's going to sell more tickets. I mean, Wembley is probably going to get to 40 now. SummerSlam's going to win. I mean, they're ultimately going to win. But why is it this close? They're running 2 nights.
They're going to have 2 shows, and they're ultimately going to win. But the fact that it's even the idea that it's even a race.
Even go, maybe, right?
Yeah,
like,
it's insane.
Not good.
I'm stunned that this isn't a bigger deal and a bigger story than it is. I mean, I guess I know why it's not, but
you know why it's not.
Yeah, it's rough.
There's a lot of places that aren't going to talk about this story. They're just not going to do it. You think the guy that split off from Body Slam and is doing his own thing, you think that guy's going to bring this up?
You don't think,
I don't think False Finish is going to bring this up?
I don't think it's a topic on False Finish, no.
You think Wrestle Votes is going to bring this up?
Oh, no, he said there was some convoluted Russell Votes scoop that was like, WWE internally is aware of the ticket sales and are aware of it.
Oh, They know what their ticket sales are. Thanks.
Right, basically, yes. That was
Hot
the news
scoop.
report. Yeah, thanks. Thanks
Yeah.
for that one, pal. But yeah, that's that. So I mean, Brock Lesnar, Hell in a Cell versus Obafemi is one of the big draws. Obafemi giving up his title shot, literally saying, "Did you hear the reasoning behind this? That Paul Levesque had all this time to figure out why Obafemi was a fucking idiot and didn't want his title shot." And did you hear his explanation, Joe? The one that the mastermind, that Booker of the Year, Paul Levesque came up with was Obafemi said, "I figured the bloodline would run in, so it wasn't even worth it."
Right.
What?
His original explanation was, title shots will come, but I need to get my hands on Brock Lesnar. So they pivoted from the first week explanation into that. Yeah.
Into, it's not even worth it because the bloodline's just going to interfere anyway.
Yeah.
Then why did you join the tournament, brother?
Right.
Why are you, if you knew ultimately if I win, it's not even worth it, then why would you even enter the tournament? And also, like, it's in canon now that, like, and we talked about this all. We used to laugh about this all the time. Michael Cole would be like, Roman Reigns has done it again, and it's like the bloodline interfered like the entire match. He didn't do it but like it's in canon that the company's just like, oh yeah, well the bloodline's going to clearly interfere. So it's not even worth it for me to get a title shot. It's fucking ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Roman and Seth are doing work shoot. You were pushed. No, you were the chosen one. No, you were the chosen one. Stories.
Yeah,
and Punk and Cody. Oh, and Gunther's going to be facing like fucking Nick Aldis or whatever.
Right.
The guy who retired John Cena will be facing Nick Aldis. So,
well, and Chad Gable is going to bring the skull deal to the stadium where the Vikings play.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. He said Brock was going to interfere, not the bloodline. Sorry. Oba's point was, I will face Roman, but like Brock's just going to interfere anyway, so I might as well just face Brock anyway.
Right. We knew what you meant.
Yeah.
Stupid. No, didn't he say the bloodline? I thought he said the bloodline.
No. Originally he said something about like, you're not the bloodline member I'm going after. I want Roman or something.
He said
that was before King of the Ring. Then he wins King of the Ring, and then he's like, I don't really need a title shot now. I can get it whenever. And now he's like, well, Brock was going to interfere, so I'm not even going to bother going for the title shot. What are we doing?
Well, originally it was I want to get my hands on Brock, and I can get title shots whenever I want. Then it's just it's a mess. It's a mess. Liv Morgan, Io Sky set up with Queen of the Ring.
Yeah.
So look, it's the shows are I don't think they
Chad
separated
Gable with all the momentum of the triple mania stuff, and he's just the guy.
Of course, yeah, they blew that. Of course, they didn't say what night anything's going to be on.
No, right? God, no. They want you to buy tickets to both nights because
right.
They don't know. They don't want to tell you any night of what's going to.
No, they're not telling you nothing.
We have no idea what night any of these shows are going to be on, or any of these matches, I should say. Yeah. Well, that's SummerSlam.
Well, Roman Reigns will come out next week and call Seth Rollins Colby, and we'll be off to the races.
It'll be tickets will be flying out. It's like, oh my God.
And then he'll say, "You want to shoot, Joe? You want to shoot?"
Yeah, I'll shoot with you, Joe.
Yeah.
Acknowledge me, Colby.
Yeah.
With his teeth, because he can't talk because his teeth are too big.
It's gigantic.
He can't talk. He's got that thing where he can't talk because his teeth got too big.
Roman's teeth are, God, they're so bright. Oh my God. I don't know who has bigger teeth, Roman Reigns or Freddie Freeman.
Freddy's are the worst.
Freddie's fake teeth are
Freddy's are
big.
Awful.
But
terrible.
Roman's are like the same category of giant fake teeth.
Freddie can't even like come close to closing his mouth now.
I know. And yeah, it's crazy. Those are like Roman's teeth. You're right. It affects his speech. They're just giant. And yeah, but that's not a good Saturday Night's Main Event number either. For MSG.
No. Madison Square Garden. That's a
couple days.
Yeah.
10,000. They don't even anticipate. I mean, it's set up for like 12,000. Right?
Right.
Not good. Saturday Night's Main Events. MSG.
This reminds me of all those many moons ago when they had some terrible MSG number. And you ranted about how Bruno Sammartino's rolling in his grave because Orange Cassidy's outdrawing you.
Yeah. That's when AEW was outdrawing them in New York.
Yeah.
And I was pointing that out. And, yeah, that was a great line. Bruno rolling in his grave. Because Pockets is outdrawing him in New York City.
All right, I will conclude now the show that has been completely off the rails, but in a good way. I think it's been a very enjoyable show. I have had a lot of fun. TNA, Dark Side of the Ring. I watched the third and final part of a Dark Side of the Ring series on TNA. Joe, I imagine you have watched zero of it, right?
Yeah, I do not watch Dark Side of the Ring.
Don't. It's bad. It's bad. I talked about it last week on the Flagship. The first two parts were absolutely horrific, in terms of having and the same issue that we had with the death of WCW, the same issue that you and I have had with some of the Dark Side of the Ring, is it just doesn't feel like they're very interested in telling the correct story or the truth. They just want to let the carnies be carnies and tell their side of the story. And I talk about this with the, Who Killed WCW is without a truth teller, without a Dave Meltzer in there or a Wade Keller or whatever, the show is worthless, because then it's just Eric Bischoff being able to say whatever he wants to say and not being checked with, no, that's actually not true, or no, that's not true. Vince Russo is able to say whatever he wants to say. He's not checked. Nobody's ever checked. It's just these guys can just say whatever the fuck they want, and there's nobody to say, that's not actually what happened. What actually happened was blank. But when asked about that, the producers basically laughed about it and said, oh, Dave Meltzer's biased. He doesn't know anything. He just makes stuff up. So it's like, okay. So that's where we're at with this. And that was the exact same thing with Dark Side of the Ring on TNA. The first two episodes were literally just Jeff Jarrett making up like the history of TNA in his mind about how very successful it was and how it was great and everything was going great and everything was going well. And then he says, I hired Dixie Carter to help us. And it's like, brother, you hired the firm that she was a part of, and then you ran out of money, and then she bailed you out with her dad's money. Like, you didn't hire Dixie Carter, but he's big on, we were doing well, and then that goddamn Dixie came in and just decided she wanted all the power and knocked me out of the power, and that's what happened. And it's all these guys saying, oh, Dixie doesn't know anything, and Dixie's an idiot, and Dixie's a dumbass. And that was the first two episodes, was basically just nonstop people ragging on Dixie for being a dumbass and not knowing anything about business, while they all are talking about how successful they all were. Vince Russo, oh my God, we were changing the game, bro. We were changing wrestling, bro. And Jeff Jarrett's like, I took the ultimate risk to start a company with my dad, and we were, really making a difference in the wrestling world. And it's like, brother, you were out of money in 3 months. What are you talking about? The thing was dead in 3 months. But again, we didn't have that. We just had these guys saying their thing. So the first two episodes were terrible. And the third episode, I don't know why the third episode existed. The third episode was started on the Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff are coming into TNA. Eric did his usual, they had to grow the brand. They didn't know how to grow. So I decided, let's grow the brand. Let's go on the road, do the four-sided ring, do the Monday Night Wars. I don't know anything else. So I just decided to do the same thing I always do. And it was a monumental failure, and then they basically do all that in like 10 minutes. They do the whole Hulk Hogan, Eric Bischoff run in about 10 minutes, and I'm not kidding. The last 40 minutes is about Jeff Jarrett and his struggles with alcoholism and his recovery from alcoholism and how he's clean and in AEW now. So what that has to do with TNA, I don't know. Not sure. But there you go.
So I'm listening to what you're saying, and it sounds like they crafted all of the narratives around this documentary around whoever was talking to them, willing
Correct.
To talk to them,
yes,
as opposed to.
They usually with Who Killed WCW, the best way, Gary Kidney called it this. That was an Eric Bischoff reclamation project. Who Killed WCW? 100%. Because he was like, I'll be a part of this, and he was in all the interviews, and the end of the series was basically Eric Bischoff had a lot of really good ideas, but standards and practices fucked it up, and then this fucked it up, and like if he had just been left to his own devices, like 83 weeks, remember those? Ignoring the fact that he was in charge for months and months and months as the downturn was happening or whatever. But yeah, that was what that series was, and this series was basically Jeff Jarrett was a visionary who had the guts and the balls and the guts to start his own company and start his own thing with his dad, and they had a bold business plan and all these great ideas, and then this thing happened and that thing happened. It just so happened that they were in financial distress, so they had to call on this person that they thought was just going to give them money and stay out of the way, but she didn't stay out of the way, and she ruined it, and she ruined TNA. But had Jeff Jarrett just been left to his own devices, TNA would have thrived and survived. And then they basically say that like Jeff Jarrett and his recovery from alcoholism, TNA still survives today. And it's like, what are we doing? What?
That's how they tied it all together?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Sounds great.
Really weird. Really weird. Yeah, episode 3 was really weird. And look, I'm glad that Jeff Jarrett is in a much better place than he was. I'm glad he's dealt with his alcoholism, and I'm glad he's got a good job in AEW and he seems to have his head on straight. But yeah, I don't know what any of this has to do with the dark side of TNA. Very strange, very strange. But yeah, this was a Jeff Jarrett reclamation project, basically, that he had all these great ideas and this great business plan, and it just didn't work out for whatever reason. And that gosh darn Dixie took over, won a power struggle from him. Then, the big thing was the Karen relationship. They made a big deal about the Karen relationship of Jeff being like, well, yeah, Kurt and Karen were broken up, but Dixie was really upset about it, and I don't know why she was so upset about it. And and Dave Meltzer's told this story 1,000 times, and it's been echoed many, many, many times, is that Dixie asked Jeff, "Are you in a relationship with Karen?" And Jeff said no, and then he was. So Dixie's like, "Well, I don't trust you then because you lied to my face." But that wasn't brought up. It was just, that darn Dixie, she was just a weirdo. She just didn't like that I was in a relationship with Karen. So. Yeah, I don't know. Very weird series. So I am throwing in the towel on Dark Side forever now. They're crummy.
Yeah. Did they talk to Hogan? I'm sure this was done before he died.
No, Hogan was not there. I think it was done after he died, actually, because Eric Bischoff talked about him in like a post, like okay. Before Hulk passed away, we talked about this.
Wow, they put that together pretty quickly.
They did.
For a 3-part documentary. Because Hogan just died a couple months ago, right?
Yeah.
So, or is it longer than I thought? Sometimes deaths,
that was last summer.
Oh, wait, that was 7 years ago.
Yeah, it was a while. I think it was last summer, right?
All right. So if it was a year ago, they had plenty of time. Yeah. But I think you're right, because Hogan died before the Real American Wrestling or whatever.
Yeah, before it even launched.
Or had the first show, yeah. Hogan died on, a year ago, July 25th, July 24th, 2005. 25. Wow. I like in my mind, he died in February.
Yeah, it doesn't seem real. Like somebody said, I listened to something. They were like, "Yeah, Hulk Hogan, and obviously, he's dead." And I'm "Oh yeah, Hulk Hogan's dead." I always forget that he's.
Yeah,
dead.
it is. It's strange. Yeah, it's strange that he's dead. Yeah, that's one where it's really strange that he's dead.
Like in my brain, he's still alive for some reason.
I totally understand.
We did the show. We did the eulogy. Yep. I know he's dead, but for some reason, he's alive in my brain. So.
Right. It's like it's not real that he's dead. Yeah, for sure. He's one of those kind of personalities. It took a few years for like Michael Jackson to sink in. Like that's another one. Like that level of celebrity, you're like, it's not. And when they die, like I know he was 71, but it still felt untimely. It's like you don't. It doesn't. It takes a while to sink in that they're really dead. So I totally get what you're saying.
But for anybody listening, I would strongly advise you not to watch episode 3 of Dark Side of the Ring from TNA, and probably strongly advise you to these guys they don't seem very interested in telling true stories. They just feel interested in telling stories, and that's kind of disappointing. Because I think these documentaries would benefit greatly from, and look, if you don't like Dave Meltzer for whatever reason, call Wade Keller. I'm sure Wade would do it.
Yeah.
Call Garrett Kidney. I'm sure Garrett Kidney would be happy to sit in and
who else is there to call? I mean, that'd be my number one call.
Absolutely.
But if you want accuracy, unbiased,
because you can't just let the carnies lie and then just take their word for whatever. That guy said that. Okay, well, you can't just let a parade of professional liars professionally lie and just go, that's the story.
Bischoff is still very good on TV, and he's a slick talker, and he's a name that people recognize. And things like this are going to use Eric Bischoff until he's no longer with us. That's just the way it is.
And he's more than happy to do it because he's got nothing else to do. So
yeah,
he's more than happy to show up.
And he's more than happy to spread his narrative on all of these things. And there's an audience of people of a certain age who believe everything he says, and he understands and knows that. And you're just going to have to, you're going to have to deal with Bischoff until, he's gone too. I mean, that's just the way it is. I mean, they're always going to turn to Bischoff. So he's always going to have a presence as long as he wants one. Even though he can never remember anything and never says anything.
Well, he remembers the good times. He just doesn't remember anything else that went poorly.
Yeah.
I don't know if I was even there. Was I there? Was I even there that time? Okay.
Yeah,
you were, Eric. Yeah, you were still booking there, Eric. Oh, all right. I just don't recall. Yeah, I don't recall. Conrad having to be like,
yeah.
Eric, you were still there. Yep, it was February 1999. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I don't
remember.
Well, I guess that was me. Yeah, I don't know. Those 83 weeks he remembers quite well. But
yeah, absolutely.
Everything from April of 1998 to September 1999. I don't know. Standards and practices. And AWOL Time Warner.
27 years ago, Conrad. I don't. It was a long time ago. I don't know.
You're on a show where the point is that you're supposed to remember stuff, though, buddy. But anyway, that was TNA Dark Side. So do not recommend. Do not recommend. What I can recommend is flagshippatreon.com, though. A lot of content over the last week. Even while you were gone, a lot of stuff went up there. Multiple Flagship Plus, as you said, like you did instead of Flagship Plus, covering the all-in ticket sales, which I thought was a very interesting discussion. You had your review of the G1, or your thoughts on the G1, not necessarily a review. TNA's rating crisis. That was an interesting topic, too, on the Flagship Plus, that TNA's ratings are very interesting right now. They are not good. They are not very good right now, and there is a beast that is on the way in the form of pro football, so they're going to have an issue coming in the fall very, very quickly here. So that was a Flagship Plus. You also reviewed Night 2 and Night 3 of 01's Fire Festival. I did an extensive review of the G1 Climax Night 1 live and in the building. I did the Flagship last week. If you want to go listen to that, talk about Tiger Mask retirement on the original 2 parts of the TNA Dark Side. Also did a Flagship Plus, as I mentioned, with Alan, talking about Kyushu Pro and Osaka Pro. There was you were on the Ballot podcast. I want to talk about this. Talking Kenta's Wrestling Observer Hall of Fame case, the Ballot podcast, a new addition to the Voice Wrestling Podcast Network, and rave reviews for that show so far. I haven't had a chance to listen yet, but it is in my queue this weekend to listen to you on the Ballot talking about Kenta's Hall of Fame case. So that's that. So plenty of stuff up for you guys on flagshippatreon.com. And voicesofwrestling.com, obviously, for previews, reviews, columns, all that other good stuff. And then, of course, voicesofwrestling.com/Discord if you want to join the conversation on our Discord. So, Joe, anything else out of you, or you want me to sign this bad boy off?
Sign it off.
All right.
I'm out of here.
We are done. Back to Cincinnati you go. But anyway, that is it, Russ. We'll be back next week, most likely on our very normal Thursday schedule. But we'll talk to you then. Take care. Bye.
Hello, do you like New Japan Pro Wrestling? Are you a Shin Nihon freak? If so, check out the Super J-Cast with Joel and Damon on the Voices of Wrestling Podcast Network.
And even if you fucking hate New Japan Pro Wrestling, listen to the Super J-Cast anyway. Not just for our great show reviews, analysis, and pastrami sandwiches, but there's also usually some dick jokes somewhere in the obligatory opening 30 minutes of absolute nonsense we chat about every single week. That's the Super J-Cast for all the best talk about New Japan Pro Wrestling, crisps, and pornography.
Mom, can you tell me a story?
Sure. Once upon a time, a mom needed a new car.
Was she brave?
She was tired, mostly. But she went to Carvana.com and found a great car at a great price. No secret treasure map required.
Did you have to fight a dragon?
Nope. She bought it 100% online. From her bed, actually.
Was it scary?
Honey, it was as unscary as car buying could be.
Did the car have a sunroof?
It did, actually.
Okay, good story.
Car buying you'll want to tell stories about. Buy your car today on Carvana. Delivery fees may apply.
Most people don't realize how much their personal information is being bought and sold every day. Data brokers are making billions, pulling details about you from public records and the internet, and then packaging and selling it, usually without your consent. That's how your information lands in the hands of scammers, spammers, even stalkers. It's why you get endless robocalls and why ads seem to follow you everywhere. That's where Aura comes in. Aura actively removes your data from broker sites and keeps it off. They also instantly alert you if your information shows up in a breach or on the dark web. But Aura goes beyond data protection. With one app, you get a VPN, antivirus, password manager, spam call protection, dark web monitoring, and even up to $5 million in identity theft insurance, all backed by 24/7 US-based fraud support. Other companies might sell just credit monitoring or just a VPN. Aura gives you all of it, together, at the same price competitors charge for just one service. Start your free trial today at aura.com/remove. Protect yourself now at aura.com/remove.